what's up? Every day is game day. Off my third contract, you still on that same play. Pop spit it out, but I got family sitting chain links. Oh, you bout that action? Tell them boys you bout the same thing. Lying harder, but I got the eye of an eagle. I put the city on my back, look, I'm gonna ride for my people. And once I take the stage, I'm stuck like Evil Knievel. I built to conquer heights. My mind's a Danny DeVito. And once I get my first ring, I'm manifesting the sequel. Yo, this the IFL. Swear to man, become heroes in the end. Are you ready for that? You ain't really about that. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? You ain't really about that. Are you ready for that?
The Tucson Sugar Skulls are not off to the kind of start they wanted in the 2024 campaign. They're sitting at 1-4 right now with an opportunity, however, to do something about a 3-game losing streak and a big chance to do it in the I-10 tussle against their arch rivals, the Arizona Rattlers. And tonight it is the Rattlers coming in with their 3-3 record to try and improve upon that against this rivalry of theirs in the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Hi, everybody. I'm Floyd Simmons. In tonight for Pat Paris, who is away watching his son graduate from college at Northern Iowa. Pat, I know somewhere along the line you got a chance to watch the broadcast, so thank you for yielding for a moment, giving me an opportunity to sit before the Tucson Sugar Skulls fans and call a broadcast in your stead. The incomparable Pat Paris. Meanwhile, my broadcast partner is the Latin Laser, the man himself, Nick Davila here alongside Nick. This is a big game for both teams out there on the field tonight. They both need a win. Probably Tucson more so, though, because that 3-game losing streak weighs heavy on their head coach, Billy Back, and this team that's got to get off on a right footing.
Yeah, he's a competitor. He's got to get a W today, and, you know, it doesn't matter who they're playing. They got to win, and same with the Rattlers, right? They're sitting at 3-3. They got a good win last week against Jacksonville Sharks, but they got to keep that momentum going. So I'm looking forward to a wall-to-wall physical game.
The return of Malik Mitchell, that's a big one for Tucson. Their quarterback is going to be back in action out there. And the last time he played, he got injured. The game before that, he was the IFL's Offensive Player of the Game, running for 4 touchdowns, throwing for multiple touchdowns in a victory for Tucson. But in his absence, 3 different starting quarterbacks have not spelled success for the Sugar Skulls. And Nick, if you're Coach Billy Back and you're getting ready to take on your arch rivals tonight and you get Malik Mitchell back, how good do you think you feel about it?
Yeah, you got to feel confident that the guy that started the season is back behind center, and it's going to give the whole team confidence, right? When you get that guy back, his electricity with his feet and his ability to throw the ball and make good decisions is going to make a difference in this game.
You actually had a chance to talk to Billy just a few moments ago. Normally that's Pat Paris leading the discussion, find out where the team is going into the contest. But why don't we check in with that, guys, and let's find out what Coach Beck had to say with my partner here, Nick Davila, a few minutes ago down on the field.
I'm here with Coach Beck. Talk a little bit about your quarterback. How's he doing today?
He's good. He's back. He's healthy. The bye week helped us this week, so having him back is going to make our offense a little bit more efficient.
Nice. Talk a little bit about the new addition in the backfield with Sapp Lynch.
We added a vet, Devontae Sapp Lynch in the backfield, receiver, kick returner. Hopefully adds a spark to our offense a little bit, so we're looking forward to see what he can do.
All right, last one. Tell me how big of a win it would be today to get this W.
It's a big win, whether we're playing the Rattlers or Tucson Central High School, whatever. It's a huge win for us, and we just got to get on the right track and get a win streak going.
Well, there you have it. We're here at the Sugar Skulls game. We're about to get it going. See you guys up in the booth.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet
well done on the national anthem as we bring you back in, everybody, to the Boneyard, the home of the Tucson Sugar Skulls, Tucson Arena. Floyd Simmons and my partner here tonight on this, Nick Davila. And Nick, we talk about the return of the quarterback, Malik Mitchell, and how important that is for Tucson. But they also get the benefit of a new signing, and one of the best running backs to put a helmet on in this league over the last few years is Devontae Sapp Mitchell, and he's going to make his debut tonight with the Sugar Skulls.
Yeah, and that's a weapon to have two running backs in the backfield or on the field at one time. Sapp Lynch is a versatile running back. He can run with the football in between the tackles, and then also can make some plays out in the field as a receiver. So I'm excited to see what Coach Back's got in store for their package this game today.
Our presenting sponsor of Tucson Sugar Skulls football here on our broadcast is O'Reilly Chevrolet. And I'm looking at a Chevrolet in the end zone making its way across from one side of the field to the other. And I would make the assumption that that is an O'Reilly Chevrolet, and it's a beauty.
Yeah, it sure is. I need a truck like that.
We need to say thank you again to O'Reilly Chevrolet, presenting sponsors of Tucson Sugar Skulls football, as we bring it to you tonight from the Boneyard. The coin toss is just a moment away. So on the one side, some offensive bolstering, if you will, in getting the quarterback back, in signing a running back to fill a much-needed void for this Sugar Skulls offense. But how about on the other side, and how about the status of their quarterback, the Arizona Rattlers quarterback? And, you know, he's a guy with a lot of playoff experience at a short period of time. In fact, won a championship last year. We're talking about Dalton Sneed. But we don't even know yet if Dalton's going to be the guy taking snaps when things begin in a moment. You see him on the screen right there, so he is going out for the coin toss as a captain with the Rattlers, but he injured himself in practice not long ago. It was yesterday or the day before. He's got kind of an oblique strain, and I mean, listen, if you're throwing a football, there isn't almost any part of your body that's not going to participate in the mechanics of delivering a football, but somewhere in the torso region, that's got to be one of the worst places to suffer injury. You know better than anybody, Nick, what that can mean to you, and we're just going to find out if Dalton is actually going to go as we start, and how well he can go if he does.
Yeah, you know, it's a football, you know, it's a part of the game, and sometimes you just got to mentally and physically get through it and be there for your team. And I know that's the type of competitor and winner he is, so I'm excited to see him compete. Yeah,
he is one of the tough guys out there, isn't he? And I'm going to say something that you might want to agree with on this statement, okay? I think that those other guys going to argue against this. I think that the toughest person on the field has to be the quarterback. That's my opinion. You're taking shots. You're unprotected much of the time, right? You don't get to brace yourself 3/4 of the time for the hits that you're going to take. But then the other thing that happens is you're setting a standard for the rest of the guys on that team.
Yeah, absolutely. If a quarterback can, and it's not just about being tough, it's about showing up in the first there, the last one to leave, that mindset, right? Working your butt up, being tough, you know, that's going to trickle down, and all the other players are going to see that.
Hey, we'll join the referee, Tom Drzgowski, for tonight's coin toss.
Let it hit the ground. Let it hit the ground. Tails is the call. It is a tails. Arizona, you won the toss. You're going to defer. You're going to receive. Which way would you like to kick?
So there you hear it. The Arizona Rattlers, they won that toss, and Dalton Sneed said, let's let those other guys have the ball first. Standard fare for most football teams. We'll make the other guys make the first move offensively, and so we'll get to see Malik Mitchell and the Sugar Skulls offense out on the field first here in just a moment. Right now, anyway, Dalton Sneed looks pretty good, and he was very active in handling things in pregame there, so we'll see if it is indeed Dalton when the Rattlers get their first opportunity on offense. The other thing is this. I'm going to throw another mention out there, because out there on social media, a lot of Arizona Rattlers fans talking about the status of Isaiah Houston, who was released by the team a couple of days ago. You can look at the transaction list. There's Kevin Guy, the head coach and president of the Rattlers, and a decision made to release Isaiah Houston. And that was met with a lot of pushback by Rattlers fans, and why not? Isaiah, such a great player and so popular. And here's what I would have to say about that. Kevin Guy's been around this game for a long time. Before you know it, he's going to be the all-time winningest coach in any sort of indoor football, okay? He's going to pass the guy at the top in front of him in short order, okay? That's, I think, going to happen by the end of the season. Kevin Guy didn't get to that number, didn't get to that point. 200, well over 200 victories in the indoor game without being a smart guy, and he knows what he's doing when it comes to this move. So,
yeah, it's just about numbers. You know, it's always tough when you got to cut guys. You know, but he's a good football player, and I won't be surprised if he's playing somewhere else in this league.
And I'll say this about Isaiah Houston. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. He's a hard-working, tough guy that goes 100% all the time. As this ball is loose on the ground and almost an opportunity for the Arizona Rattlers on defense. It is Devontae Sapp-Lynch. His first touch of the football as a Tucson Sugar Skull is a little auspicious, to say the least. It almost went the other direction for the Rattlers, but he was there able to pounce on it. And it looks like Tucson will take over and get it 1st and 10 to begin this one here as we're underway at the Boneyard. 1st and 10, they're on 7-yard line.
Yeah, I'm coming out looking to see the quarterback. If they're going to throw it, probably get the ball out quick game, hitches, some type of screen. Give quarterback in a good rhythm.
Thank you again to O'Reilly Chevrolet, the presenting sponsors of Tucson Sugar Skulls football, as Malik Mitchell takes the opening snap and he gives it right away to, well, the guy that he is going to give it to is Mike Jones, and Mike Jones is knocked down after about a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, and he's been consistent all year long, getting the hard, tough yards.
Pat Paris calls him really the face of the franchise, and why wouldn't you? He's the guy that's been there from the very beginning. Continues to be a mainstay of this Tucson Sugar Skulls team. Interesting formation. They'll break it from behind the quarterback, go in motion. Pump fake, Mitchell over the middle, and that is well defended. Devontae Merriweather reaching out, laying out, knocking it down. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, I thought he could have took that backside hitch against the wall. You know, there's a good coach used to tell me as a quarterback, never pass up the first read because you don't know if the next one's going to be there.
Take another look. Great look by our production crew. And, yeah, Devontae Merriweather stepping up to make the play on defense. Laid out nicely for it as we go under 14 minutes on the clock here in this first quarter at Tucson Arena, the home of the Sugar Skulls. You know it better as the Boneyard. As 2 men in motion from the backfield around the right side, the wide side of the field. Throw deep, underthrown, and that'll be pass interference as the defender trailing the play couldn't help but run into the receiver Mike Harrigan.
Pass interference, defense number 5. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Charmaine Dobbs, the guy flagged for the penalty.
Yeah, just a good job of scheming to try to get a man coverage and take a shot deep. You know, give your quarterback, your receiver a chance, and you never know, you're going to get a PI just like this. Good job of staring down that blitz and making the throw. All right, here we go. Coming out, empty backs.
That was a great job by Mitchell to stand in, and he just underthrew by a couple of yards. Would have been a big play. Fake it, take it, and go up and over the wall just about. Mitchell is going to be driven into the wall and down at the 20-yard line. Short gain, 3 yards to pick up right there. And that is going to bring up
good job.
Second down, pardon me.
Good job of showing his athleticism right there, leaping over the guy into the wall.
Mike Jones is going to go out and become the...
Seems like the Sugar Skulls are trying to confuse where the motions are going to go.
Yeah, there's a lot happening in the backfield. Jones, the flanker, now motion inside and outside of Jones' spot. And great job defensively. And you want guys up front that can move around and move around well, and that's exactly what Jamius Pittman just provided. So the tackle is made, short gain on the play, 2 yards to the pickup right there, and a third down straight ahead for the Sugar Skulls. Tucson going to work. And a ball just a bit underthrown, skipped in. That's incomplete. And for Tucson now, they're facing fourth down. Fourth down and about 8 to go. A kick from here would be about a 38-yard field goal try, but it doesn't look like Coach Back has anything like that in mind.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to call up the kick team.
I changed my mind. Looks like Coach Back had exactly that in mind.
Yeah, you got to try to take some points when you can right now. Mitchell's probably going to be upset at himself for missing that throw. He had Kerrigan against the wall on the out route.
And Kerrigan will hold for the kicker. And the Sugar Skulls are going to get 3 points out of it. Nice kick right down the middle. Dimitri Fontanos is the guy that delivers the kick. And the first points are on the board. It's the Sugar Skulls on their opening possession, gathering in 3 points to take this early lead. We'll grab a timeout, everybody. Back in just a couple of moments to the Boneyard with more Tucson Sugar Skulls football.
Football. We love the plays. We love the hits, but not the pain. Some people use ice, but others use Pima Pain Center.
I'm Dr. Pamela Lund, Director of Sports and Orthopedic Imaging at Simon Med Imaging. I've been reading sports MRI studies for patients and athletes at all levels for over 20 years. When you're injured, an accurate diagnosis can mean the difference between chronic pain or pain-free enjoyment of your life and sports activities. At Simon Med, we treat you just like all of our elite athletes, with state-of-the-art equipment, precise interpretation, and compassion.
Hey you, we've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son, we're here, you're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low pricing your priority.
Back in, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight for this broadcast of the Tucson Sugar Skulls as they take on the Arizona Rattlers. And Kevin Guy, the head coach, getting a little talk with the head official, Tom Drozgowski. And we'll introduce you to the rest of his crew in just a moment. Want to thank our presenting sponsors of our scoreboard here on our broadcast. El Dorado Tucson Surgery Center is our official presenting scoreboard sponsor for Tucson Sugar Skulls football. We thank them. Also, big thank you to our radio partner. You're listening to this game as well as watching our live video coverage on the IFL's YouTube channel and on caffeine.tv. Getting a chance to listen across Tucson on Tucson Sports Station, Fox Sports, 1450 KTZR. And here's a kick. It's going to be off the front line, plucked out of the air. Nice pickup and good field position for the Rattlers as they will take over at the 20-yard line. The guy that saved the day there was Niger Jackson, able to scoop it out of the air and give the Rattlers nice field position.
Yeah, good job of just getting north and south and getting what he could right there. Getting the ball in good, favorable position in the field.
10:50 on the clock.
Looks like they have Kettle. Kettle came into the huddle.
10:50 on the clock in the first quarter, and there you are. The quarterback to start this one is going to be Garrett Kettle, 6'4", 210. Great size and a guy that will do anything that the Rattlers ask of him. And he's already shown that this season playing as a wide receiver when they suffered some injuries and had guys go down in an earlier game this year. Had to go out there and play about a half a game as a wideout. There's a marker down from the far linesman. So it's Garrett Kettle tonight instead of Dalton Sneed. We'll see if Sneed is going to make an appearance at any point later in the game, I guess. He was a game-time decision with an injury, and now you see that decision has been made.
5-yard penalty, first down.
So they call the quarterback.
Yeah, the Rattlers have been plagued a little bit early on in this season with injuries, and so it seems like they're finally starting to get a little healthy and rolling.
Yeah, and then you get your quarterback goes down again, and they were so glad to get him back. The Rattlers are in the midst of their first winning streak of the season, 2-game winning streak, and then last week's week off. You would figure all of that spells good news for Arizona, and then they get their quarterback injured in practice. Here comes Kettle with the keep himself, runs the option, and it kind of had that feel that he was going to take that the entire way, didn't it?
He had his mind set, and he did a good job of getting behind Lamar Mady as he pulled around in that front side end, took the fly sweep, and he got right inside. Good job by him getting the first down for the Rattlers.
Gains 5 to get the first down. And, you know, you're a quarterback, you're coming in, you don't know, you might play, you're not sure if it's going to happen. You want to play like that, don't you, early, to kind of get a hit and get some contact?
Get used to the game, right? You got to prepare yourself as the starter, as the backup, and
get the feel. Here's a little bubble screen on the left side. The pass is caught by Glenn Gibbons Jr., new addition to the roster this year for the Rattlers. And Gibbons will take the pass, get the catch, and collect, it looks like 6 yards on the play. Here comes second down and about 4. And that little dink and dunk concept, right, that you try to give, again, your quarterback, you want him to settle in and gain some confidence early.
Right, get in a rhythm, right? You know, in the red zone, it's touchdowns and checkdowns, right? And so any positive yards is good in the red zone.
Gibbons in motion, but it's Jamal Miles with the carry, and he is going to make some hard contact just past the line of scrimmage. And then on second effort, it looks like Jamal's going to get into the end zone. That is a Rattlers touchdown.
Yeah, good job by Brooks setting the edge as the lead blocker on the fly sweep with Jamal Miles. Excellent job.
So the touchdown will stand, and the Rattlers go in front for the first time today. Both teams able to collect points on their first possessions. And that'll be Arizona's turn to try to add the point after. This guy, Dawson Evans. You know, you don't want to jinx a guy, but he just doesn't miss extra points. And in this game with those narrow pipes, that's not an easy thing to do. Garrett Kettle holds, and Evans is able to convert on the point after. Our score early on in this one, Arizona 7, Tucson 3, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Our live broadcast tonight on the IFL's YouTube channel on caffeine.tv. And in other locations as well. I believe we have a broadcast we're sending to our friends to the south, to Mexico. So, muchos gracias for joining us, everybody. Did I say it right, Nick?
Yeah, that was good.
Is that close enough? Close for you? You know, it's good to be here, Nick, and I get the privilege of sitting in for Pat Paris. It's the only reason I'm here, because Pat is he's the mainstay, man. I tell you, there's nobody better than Pat. And he is a Tucson, as far as I'm concerned, he's one of Tucson's favorite sons down here now.
Yeah.
You know, he's been here a number of years and a great broadcaster. And, you know, hey, Pat, thanks for letting me take over for a bit while Pat's back with his son graduating from college.
Yep. You know, those times with your children, you don't get too much. And so we congratulate the Ferris family on graduation. And, you know, that's exciting stuff.
You got a hat like that? Did you see those guys just on your screen right there?
Yeah, that's a pretty cool cowboy hat.
You got a hat like that at home?
Real men wear pink.
Yes, they do. A little pooch style of kick. That's going to hit at about the 19-yard line, off the wall, tough to handle. Zap Lynch has it, and he's down where he was the last time, right at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, the Rattlers are doing a good job of kicking that ball in an area where they can bottle him in and not give him any room to breathe. Good job by the kicker.
And Zap Lynch has got to be asking himself, hey, what do I got to do to get a kick that hangs a little bit, field it at the goal line, and give me a chance to do something with it?
Yeah, it's smart situational football.
Thank you to O'Reilly Chevrolet, presenting sponsors of Tucson Sugar Skulls football. And to Tucson Surgery Center as well. You see it there, the graphic. They are the presenting sponsors of our scoreboard on the broadcast. Sugar Skulls put 2 men in motion around the left side, and here's the give. Mike Jones is going to power his way to the 11-yard line. That's a tough 4 yards for Mike Jones. And it'll bring up second down at 6.
Yeah, just a good job by him, just attacking down here. That guy, no one takes him down that first hit.
3-yard gain on the play brings up second down.
6.5, or just about 6.5 on the clock here in the first quarter. Empty backfield for Mitchell. But the motion man, Mike Jones, is there to get the handoff, and Theo Majette is there to put the stop on him. 6 foot and 270, and he was in the right place at the right time. Jones had nowhere to go except right into the waiting arms of Theo.
Yeah, he did a good job on that front side end. Man, just an excellent job of getting out and having awareness of what play they were trying to run.
Brings up third down.
Now Coach Back is going to try to make some adjustments here on the fly as they try to get the snap away. They have plenty of time on the play clock here, and Mitchell will put them in motion. Stands in, throws across, and that is going to hit off of the shoulder pad, I think, of the defender, Jermaine Dobbs. It was just a step behind the receiver. That's Carrington out there, Kerrigan, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, when you got a rookie quarterback who's playing lights out like that, we got to find a way as a veteran receiver to snag that ball and make that catch for him on that crucial down.
So big play straight ahead, 4th down and 10. And here comes the kicking team to do the... How can we call this a punt without calling it a punt, okay? By the way, I think any kicker in this league can make it from the back of the end zone.
No, absolutely.
I
There's
think
talented kickers in this league.
I think they all have
sure.
the distance, but I'm not sure that's exactly what you expect to do right here. Here's the kick that will be short and a little left and off the hands into the stands, and that'll be a touchback. The Rattlers will bring it out at the 5-yard line. It turns into a pretty good, again, what do we call it? Not a punt? We're going to grab a timeout. We'll talk about that in a moment, everybody. Stand by. Back in a moment to Tucson with the Rattlers leading 7-3. This is Tucson Sugar Skulls football.
In a world where trucks are the ultimate tool, one dealership rises above the rest.
You've all earned the right to be here at Top Truck. Now let's go out and save Southern Arizona thousands. Yeah!
This month, you're invited to experience an event 99 years in the making.
More than a great price isn't just something we say. It's something we give people every day.
From the dealer that brought you Truck Month comes an all-new saga.
People need trucks, and we're gonna help.
Critics call it mesmerizing and slightly overproduced for a local car commercial.
Talk to me, truck man.
You did it again. You dropped below the price tag. You're dangerous.
If savings are wrong, I don't want to be right.
Introducing Truck Season, now playing at O'Reilly Chevrolet.
O'Reilly Chevrolet. Hey you, we've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son. We're here, you're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low pricing your priority.
Well, thank you to all of our presenting sponsors of Tucson Sugar Skulls football, including Tucson Appliance. And we are very grateful for their partnership here. Thank you as well to O'Reilly Chevrolet, presenting sponsors of Tucson Sugar Skulls football, as the Rattlers take over for a second time today. And their quarterback, Garrett Kettle, unexpected in starting this game for the Rattlers, did a good job in getting points on the board, engineering their first scoring drive earlier. And now he will give, and that's going to be a nice run for Shannon Brooks. Shannon is going to pick up 11 yards and a first down.
Yeah, that was a well-designed play. The series before, they ran the speedo or fly sweep. Now they pulled it, gave it back to the running back, and got a first down. Good job.
How about a quick glance at the IFL coaches poll, everybody, and opportunity to see what things look like it's shape up as right now. Look at the Rattlers down there at number 8 by the coaches. Injuries and, of course, a 3-3 record have a lot to do with that. The Tucson Sugar Skulls ranked number 13 as they try to defend this Garrett Kettle attempts. Pass is incomplete. And there's whistles afterward, and a flag down in the middle of the field. Incomplete pass. We'll see what happens here. That should bring up second down, but we'll check in.
Tucson number 2. Linebacker moving forward at the snap. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
So illegal defense is the call. And a 5-yard mark-off for the Rattlers.
Yeah, and that was kind of the issue they had the last game they played. They had a lot of penalties, so I know Coach Back was really harping on them all week to clean it up.
Kettle puts them in motion. That's Jamal Miles on the inside, and a handoff to Shannon Brooks. Not a whole lot going on there. Good job defensively up front by the Sugar Skulls, able to put a stop on Brooks before he could gain much, and maybe a yard on the play.
Yeah, absolutely. Parks, front side defense end, did a great job of setting the edge and forcing Brooks back inside where all his teammates were. Big down right here. Big down. Got to get the Rattlers in third and short.
Approaching the final 3 minutes of the first quarter. A second opportunity for the Rattlers on offense. Kettle fakes, throws sidearm right into almost the breadbasket of the defender. I mean, you almost could Taylor make that one better, Jalen Parks, but it's coming at you quick, and you are a defensive lineman, so you got a couple of disadvantages right there, but it does go incomplete.
Yeah, he did a good job of recognizing that they wanted to run that quick screen that they ran earlier in the game, and he almost made a play that could change the game right there. I saw Coach Guy giving his quarterback a little earful. Got to do a better job of Larry Birding it, right? Trying to find a way to find that window, change your arm slot.
Maybe if you're Garrett Kettle, the way you're looking at that is, okay, I got that one out of my system.
Absolutely.
Kettle with the pressure up the middle. Yep, the screen is there. Shannon Brooks, a lot of yardage, breaks that tackle. And he is going to be driven into the boards, or near the boards on the near side of the field. Big gain.
Yeah.
And a timely call. Well, I mean, Kevin Guy knew, right? The quarterback has that play. The defense is smelling blood in the water, right? The Sharks are going to come after the guy. What does he do? He calls a screen in the perfect spot.
Yeah, good window dressing, too, with the formation, having them come to the trip side and then running the screen back to the boundary. Good job. Yeah, that was a big, crucial down.
And that's going to help your quarterback a lot as well. Keeps him out of a tough spot. First down play, flip it out. That'll be a forward pass to Jamal Miles, and he's going to get to about the line of scrimmage. That's about it. It'll be in the vicinity of really a no gain on the play. Robert Sheffield, the guy that helps make that stop.
Yeah, he's been all over the field. Every single game I've watched from day one, he's just making plays. You see 4 on the play all the time.
And don't forget the guy that really spearheaded right there, right? The Jim Brooks is the guy. Did I say it? Did I get it right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
44, baby.
Well, Mom back home is going to be proud of that one, I guess. The Jim. On first glance, it's not going to be the easiest one to pronounce, okay? We're under a minute now here left in the first quarter. Arizona looking left, throwing left. Kettle fires. And the official says that's a catch.
Legal defense, it looks like it's going to be.
Gibbons the catch.
Legal outside blitz. Tucson, number 2. 5-yard penalty results in an automatic first down.
Yeah, 2 big crucial penalties within the box right there, this drive. That's kind of helped out the Rattlers.
And now Tucson will try to take advantage of that back boundary. If you're the Rattlers in this situation, do you feel like a quarterback has the confidence to try and throw into the end zone right now, or are you going to run the football?
I'm gonna say they're gonna run the football. Probably run it with their quarterback. I mean, he's a big quarterback back there. So they got Brooks in the single receiver side. Probably gonna motion him to the 3-receiver side and have a front side read with the end.
And keep an eye on Lamar Mady, right, the left guard, because they love to run off of Lamar's block. Kettle puts him in motion. Here's that motion to that side. They'll give it to Brooks. Brooks is going to spin it ahead in the arms of the tackler Sheffield. More markers come down behind the play. We'll see if Brooks' gain, which took it inside the 5 to the 2-yard line. It's not going to stand.
Second down.
And there is the call right there. There's a hold on the offense. And the guy that's guilty apparently is William Lay. Well, did you see it?
Yeah, I don't know if I did. I didn't see it.
There was some contact in the middle of there.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
The official, I guess, saw a tackle by the guard on the defender. So we're down to 13 seconds remaining. We'll see if the Rattlers snap one more. They don't have to, actually. There's a half a second more on the play clock, but they will get a play away to end the quarter. Kettle throws across. He's got Gibbons. And Gibbons has it jolted from his hands on a big hit. Goes into the stands, though, so the Rattlers are going to maintain possession. And they'll get it to the 10-yard line as we close out the first quarter. Football fans, stand by. We'll see what the Arizona Rattlers can do when we flip sides of the field and return you to the Boneyard here in Tucson in just a moment. This is Tucson Sugar Skulls football.
I'm Dr. Pamela Lund, Director of Sports and Orthopedic Imaging at Simon Med Imaging. I've been reading sports MRI studies for patients and athletes at all levels for over 20 years. When you're injured, an accurate diagnosis can mean the difference between chronic pain or pain-free enjoyment of your life and sports activities. At Simon Med, we treat you just like all of our elite athletes, with state-of-the-art equipment, precise interpretation, and compassion.
Hey you, we've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son. We're here, you're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low pricing is your priority.
Football. We love the plays. We love the hits, but not the pain. Some people use ice, but others use Pima Pain Center.
Back to the action. Welcome back, everybody. Take another look at that play a moment ago and watch that ball get dislodged. What a hit by Ahmad Lyons. And you're talking about his propensity to go out there and put a big hit on guys once in a while, right?
Yeah. He last game he got to play, and that's all you saw the whole game. He even got a penalty for a personal foul. That's how much he was bringing it last game, and as you can see, he's continuing that tonight.
Take a look at some of the matchups going on here in Week 9 of the IFL, and everybody's in action, I believe. I don't know that we have anybody taking a night off tonight. How about speaking of taking nights off after a bye week for the Sugar Skulls? They get to play 11 games in a row without a break.
Yeah, sometimes that's what you want, you know. I mean, just get after it and just keep rolling. Those teams that kind of roll, get it going, rolling into the playoffs are usually the teams that can make a decent run. So it is what it is. They don't control the schedule. All they can control is their effort when they go out there and play every week.
Thought maybe there might be a quarterback change for the Rattlers, but no such deal. Garrett Kettle remains, and he hasn't done anything to really hurt himself yet. We'll see if he can continue to play some decent quarterback for this team off their bench. Meanwhile, the receiver zigged when he should have zagged, and the ball goes left when the receiver was going toward the post, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, and that's too bad. That's communication right there, especially with a new addition, number 17, Jackson. They got to get on the same page. Because now it's 3rd and 10 from the goal line.
Corey Reed gets some instruction out of the huddle from the quarterback. We'll see if Corey is target for Kettle. Nope, quarterback draw. And he bounces it nicely and then gets bounced into the dasher pad inside the 5, about the 3-yard line, where it will be for the Rattlers. It's going to be a 3rd down coming up. No, 4th down, pardon me. That was 3rd down. So 4th and goal at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, got to get a stop on the defensive side of the ball. That would be a big momentum shift right here.
In the IFL, you seem to have coaches diametrically opposed to what you do in situations with your kicking game. And I feel like Kevin Guy is more the guy that says, we take our chances getting big points. We don't send our kicker out there very often.
Well, he's always said you got to invest in percentages, right?
Here's a toss that is knocked down. Good defense. Was that the defensive lineman dropping back in coverage?
Yeah, looks like it on that front side end. You know, good job by Coach Kaiser, right? He knew he was trying to throw a little out route by the front side receiver. Again, good job by Parker getting in there and getting his hands on the football.
That's Jalen Parks, everybody. And, you know, a guy that probably is going to be more used to pressuring the quarterback, but he drops off. That was just a great defensive read, wasn't it?
That's a great
Beautiful
job. Great job by them. Huge stop right here.
So a turnover. And Malik Mitchell and offense come back out on the field for the Sugar Skulls at 13:05 on the clock and counting down here in the 2nd quarter. We thank you for joining us and welcome you into this broadcast of Tucson Sugar Skulls football. My name is Floyd Simmons, sitting in for the venerable one for Pat Paris. He'll be back next go-round with the Sugar Skulls. They play next week. I'll tell you more about that after we check this one out. Mike Jones out of the backfield, gathers it in and gains about 8 yards to bring up. It's going to bring up 2nd down and very short right there for the Sugar Skulls offense. Watch the lefty deliver and the tackle made after the 8-yard gain.
Yeah, good decision by the quarterback. He saw zone, right? Get the ball to your running back, your best player, and let him do the thing. Now it's 2nd and 2, right? That's a play caller's dream.
So are you going deep? Nope,
Nice.
You're going to give it on the fly sweep. And look at that. That fooled the defense on the edge, and a great cutback that takes it to the 15-yard line. What a play call, and Jalen Marshall delivers for his Sugar Skulls team.
Yeah, good switch up by Coach back right there. Good play call. Going to the boundary. Great job.
So they make a great defensive call to stymie the last Arizona Rattlers possession, and now they come out offensively and make a call like that to put themselves in prime position.
Yeah.
15-yard line. Mitchell. And Mike Jones was just that close to maintaining his balance and trucking on into the end zone. He is going to be, that's a touchdown saving tackle and a 4-yard gain for Mike Jones.
Yeah, that was just a good job getting right behind that double team on the nose.
Take another look at it right here. Who is the guy that saved it? I think that was Pittman, wasn't it?
Yeah, look, I believe so.
Fake it, Mitchell. Mitchell gets wrapped up, nowhere to go. First guy getting there is the linebacker Connor Taylor, and then Devontae Merriweather helped finish off the quarterback. And that is going to go backwards about a yard. So Tucson, those fantastic black uniforms of theirs and the yellow numbers that they're wearing here at home against the
coming out a little quad stack
against the white adorned Rattlers. Fake it, keep it. Mitchell, stiff arm is there. He is spun forward to the end zone. Well, the defender had him wrapped up, but that doesn't matter. Alexander's tackle is going to be into the end zone, and that is a Malik Mitchell touchdown.
Man, that great play design, right? Get all 4 receivers to the left, fake the screen, and run the QB draw right up the middle. Excellent job. That's going to be his 10th touchdown of the year right there, leading the team in rushing touchdowns.
And that's in spite of missing some significant playing time with injury. And how do you think Coach Back feels right now having that guy back?
Yeah, he's loving it right now. It opens up his whole playbook.
And the kick is going to be off the upright. The kick is no good. And that means that Tucson will have a 9-7 lead here in the first half. As you take another look at the QB draw, Touchdown for the Sugar Skulls. Malik Mitchell delivering, and his team is going to grab that lead back from the Arizona Rattlers. What a game we've got here going on in the first half, everybody. Stand by. We'll have the kickoff right after this. More Tucson Sugar Skulls football straight ahead.
Hey, you. We've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son. We're here. You're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low price is your priority.
In a world where trucks are the ultimate tool, one dealership rises above the rest.
You've all earned the right to be here at Top Truck. Now let's go out and save Southern Arizona thousands.
More than a great price isn't just something we say. It's something we give people every day.
People need trucks, and we're gonna help.
During truck season, get 0% or up to $6,000 off 2022 Silverados.
Chevrolet.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Back to the action. Welcome back in to the Boneyard, everybody. They're having fun down on the field. They're having fun behind the dasher pad. And they're having fun between as well. These two teams get things done out there. Tucson retakes the lead 9-7. In spite of the missed point after, Tucson back in front.
Playing some 90s jams all day today.
You know something about the 90s, do you?
Little bit. That was 8th grade years.
The growing up times. Here's kick return from the end zone. And a tackle made just outside the 10-yard line. On the return was Isaiah Hunt, the safety. There you see him there. And let's have a look here at the betting lines around the IFL. And I'm not sure that there's going to be a whole lot surprising you, but I'm interested in that San Diego versus Vegas line right there. Vegas, minus 12. San Diego's a tough team. It's a good squad there.
Yeah, I mean, they just beat the Wranglers last week, so I don't know if I'm taking that bet.
Minus 12. That is going to be tempting a lot of people, I think. Meanwhile, in this one here, where the Rattlers are the favorite by 6.5, they will take over. Now, when they made the betting line, is we're going to get a late flag come out after Kettle goes down, and Kettle, he doesn't look like he's feeling all that good after that.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 14 for taunting an opponent. That 15-yard penalty results in an automatic first down. That is number 14's first unsportsmanlike foul of the game.
This is a big play for this situation. Parks made a great job of redirecting, getting the quarterback, gotten the momentum, and now we can't have these type of penalties and be expected to be in these games late, you know?
Yeah, there's a little contact right there at the end of it. I think that it certainly enhanced the officials' desire to throw that flag. Meanwhile, Kettle goes to work, throws on the sideline. Not a terrible throw, but it is incomplete. It hit the dasher pad, might have hit before the receiver, Niger Jackson, got his hands on the ball. So, incomplete.
Prior to player possession. Therefore, it is an incomplete pass. Second down.
Yeah, he did a good job of coming back to the ball. Now he's got to catch it with his hands.
So look, you've got to keep the referee's mic on. Referee mic on. Garrett Kendall on the carry as we are now at the 7:45 mark here in the second quarter, and he's going to slide in safely. That'll bring up third down and about 1.5 yards to go.
Good job by the quarterback following Brooks in the A gaps for first down.
9-7 your score. So the first half anyway is not going to be, you just can't imagine in these final 7 minutes you're going to see a lot of scoring, a lot of fireworks. Be a low scoring first half as the give it to Shannon Brooks, and he's going to get that first down. Shannon into the wall right at about the 7-yard line, thereabouts. But how many times have you seen where a low scoring first half belies the fact of what's remaining for a second half where the scoring goes nuts?
Yeah, that's indoor football for you right there. You know, sometimes you can start slow, and then the next thing you know, within that 2 minutes left in the game, you can score 28 points. So it's been a defensive battle today, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the offenses start making adjustments and start scoring points in the second half. Big stop right here. They got to find a way to get a stop again.
Kittle puts him in motion. Flips it out to Shannon Brooks, the cut back, and he's got some room to run. He'll cut it back and dive in. That's an Arizona Rattlers touchdown.
Man, he was not going to be denied right there. What an outstanding play of reading the defense, cutting it back, and then showing some athleticism and leaping over into the end zone.
The former Minnesota Golden Gopher gophered it, didn't he?
Yeah, he found a way to get in that end zone.
He goed right for it, and he is into the end zone with the Rattlers points. That was just plain and simply. And I thought he was going to go for the pylon, didn't you? I mean,
yeah, I thought he was going to do what he always does, lowers that shoulder and plays big. But
try to outsprint the defense, but instead, what does he do? He makes a statement and gets the points. You take another look right there at another great Arizona Rattlers effort. And Brooks puts them on the board here, and the lead is back to the Arizona Rattlers. Take one more look from behind the play, everybody.
Lyons, who's a sure tackler, was coming for him, and so that was probably a good decision to go over the top.
And we'll be back in a moment, everybody. Stand by. More Tucson Sugar Skulls football straight ahead.
In a world where trucks are the ultimate tool, one dealership rises above the rest.
You've all earned the right to be here at Top Truck. Now let's go out and save Southern Arizona thousands.
More than a great price isn't just something we say. It's something we give people every day.
People need trucks, and we're gonna help.
During truck season, get 0% or up to $6,000 off 2022 Silverados.
Chevrolet. Hey you, we've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son. We're here, you're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low pricing your priority.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Back to Tucson. Welcome back in. And thanks for joining us in this IFL broadcast of football coverage from the Boneyard, from Tucson Arena, the home of the Sugar Skulls. Tonight's game features the arch rivals that are separated by, I don't know what it is, 90 miles. And Interstate 10 is the tie-in.
Yeah, you know, between the Sugar Skulls, the Rattlers, and the Wranglers, you know, they're within a couple hours of each other. So
offense. By rule, the ball will be placed where the foul occurred. First down, Tucson.
So
yes,
Tucson is going to take over at the 6-yard line after that is marked off. And, yeah, three great teams, really, great teams, all in proximity to each other. And I know the record for the Sugar Skulls, that's going to make some people, some eyebrow raises with me calling that a great team. But, injuries have been an issue for sure. And getting Malik Mitchell back on the field, such a big deal. And you can already see a difference with this Rattlers team. They're down right now, and the offense is sputtering a little bit. But don't worry about this guy. He is going to get back into his normal self, and he is going to deliver deep downfield to Carrington. It's in and out of his hands. He did have to hold up, wait for it. Now that's twice deep. That Mitchell has underthrown his receiver, so I don't know if it's just a little rust, but he's going to get it there.
Yeah, he's got to understand that he saw man, so he's just got to get it up early so he can give his receiver the ball sooner so the DB doesn't get there in time, right?
Yeah, and the other thing was, the footwork wasn't really there on that release, right? It seemed like he saw his receiver late and then tried to throw from without stepping into his throw.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You want to get, especially if you're going to take a shot, you want to get your drop and get that rhythm with your feet.
Mitchell to throw. Quick release, delivery toward that far sideline, and the catch is made. That's Brian Smith. Brian Smith on the receiving end of that pass.
Yeah, good play by Coach back there, just taking advantage of the single receiver, taking what they give you. Now you're looking at a decent down and distance.
Billy Back, who took over after his time in Frisco, took over this head coaching job here to start this season for Tucson. Their third coach in 3 seasons. And yet they've all had some pretty good success.
Yeah, it's not the success that they would probably like, but for sure.
That ball comes right out of Mitchell's hands. He has to swallow it up there on the turf, and that'll be a loss on the play. Give him -5 on that play, and here comes a big third down play straight ahead. Well, actually fourth down coming right up for the Sugar Skull offense.
Looks like Coach Back's going to go for it.
That's just one of those, you hate to do it, right?
Yeah, it happens. It's a part of the game. Now you gotta overcome that and make a play right here as a quarterback. Wouldn't be surprised if they get some kind of crosser, one deep and one crosser.
Going on 4th down and 7. Mitchell stepping up, and a good tackle. Good open field tackle. It's Connor Taylor. We see him do that a lot, and he is a guy that somehow can make plays. You see him Supermaning it a lot, right? He's horizontal, stretched out a lot of the time making these plays, and he does it again right here.
Yeah, he's just all over the field. As a linebacker, that's what you want, right? You want that guy to just be nasty, just wall to wall. Good open field tackle.
What he might not have in a first step, he makes up for in the all-out effort, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. You can tell he has a motor, and I'm excited that he's wearing number 10.
Well, there's a turnover by the Sugar Skulls offense on downs to match an earlier Rattlers failure to convert on 4th down, and see if now the Rattlers turn this into points, cash it in. With Tucson trailing by 5. Rattlers going to work. Kettle rolling and throwing, and that is going to go incomplete.
Holding, offense number 79. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
Sugar Skull's going to get a break on that.
Yeah.
And we are closing in on 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Well, we don't know who's going to be leading this first half, but given that I am normally the play-by-play broadcaster for the guys up the road up Interstate 10 for the Arizona Rattlers, we have decided that whoever's winning at the end of the first half, that's the coach that we're going to talk to before halftime. How does that sound?
Yeah, I like that.
Normally it's Billy Back, but I'm taking the privilege of being the Arizona Rattlers guy Although I love the Sugar Skulls. Our company is actually the company that does the video broadcast work for both of these clubs. So I'm well acquainted with Tucson, as you see the incomplete pass right there. And that is going to bring up second down on the way.
Second and long.
Very long, right? Second and 20. Can get a first down, but
yeah,
we'll see about that. We approach the 1 minute warning here in just a moment.
Wouldn't be surprised if Coach Guy comes back with that quarterback draw. You know, I mean, it was a good play for them the last series.
Well, they're running out of time. They got to do something. They'll probably call a timeout right here because they've got the timeouts to give. 2 seconds. I got the snap off, but they're hurrying the play. Straight back, and a lot of time for Kettle. Fires the fastball. It's caught, and that's going to be a big gain in the vicinity of 15 yards. The guy that came down with it is Corey Reed. Corey Reed with the big catch. We've got to grab us a timeout as you watch again.
This is the 1 minute warning. Timeout on the field.
Stand and deliver right there. The fastball is caught by Reed, and we are going to grab us a timeout, everybody. Stand by for more Tucson Sugar Skulls football closing out this first half right after this.
I'm Dr. Pamela Lund, Director of Sports and Orthopedic Imaging at Simon Med Imaging. I've been reading sports MRI studies for patients and athletes at all levels for over 20 years. When you're injured, an accurate diagnosis can mean the difference between chronic pain or pain-free enjoyment of your life and sports activities. At Simon Med, we treat you just like all of our elite athletes, with state-of-the-art equipment, precise interpretation, and compassion.
Football. We love the plays. We love the hits, but not the pain. Some people use ice, but others use Pima Pain Center.
Being a parent, especially for the first time, with that comes a lot of self-doubt. As a dad, I just try to lead by example. When you're trying to be the best person that you can be, your kids see that and then they emulate that.
Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
Floyd Simmons and Nick Davila, your broadcasters here tonight from the Boneyard. Tucson Sugar Skulls football. It's presented by O'Reilly Chevrolet, your game day presenting sponsors. Thank you, O'Reilly Chevrolet. We saw that beautiful black Chevy Silverado on the field before the game, and I'd love to be driving that home tonight. Don't think it's going to happen. Hey, let's do a little shout-out after this play for 3 youngsters way back in North Carolina. You know who I'm talking about. We'll do it after the Arizona Rattlers run this offensive play on 3rd down and 5. Kettle, he's got some time. He's going to scramble about and throw against the grain. The pass is too tall, incomplete, out of bounds, and that'll bring up 4th down and 5 from the 6-yard line. But Coach Billy back. The Tucson.
There is no foul for intentional grounding. The quarterback was outside the pocket, and the pass made it back to the line of scrimmage. 4th down.
The Tucson Sugar Skulls head coach Billy Back is in his first year here in Tucson. He doesn't live full-time in Tucson right now. He's got family, and his real home is back in North Carolina, and he's got some kids back home, right?
Yeah, you know, just give a little shout-out, you know, to Larkin and Lenny Buckets. Dad loves you, and you know, I know he was there visiting you guys, and he can't wait to get you guys out here for your summer break.
And I think his daughter London as well, right?
Absolutely.
As you watch this kick go up, and is that what color is that a shoe or is that the bare foot? I can't tell, but
it
Evans,
does look like a barefoot,
Evans,
but that's a shoe.
It delivers. It's a fleshy colored shoe is what it is. Okay.
Hey, it's working.
Let me tell you something, Nick. Okay. You remember back in the old days, every once in a while you'd see a barefoot kicker show up. In high school, I kicked for a season. My junior year of high school football, I among the other duties, okay, I wasn't just a kicker. I want to make that known right up front, okay?
All right.
I can do some things. But I was a kicker, and I was a barefoot kicker.
Oh, there you go.
Because I found that I just really couldn't kick well with a shoe. For whatever reason, I couldn't do it. I took the shoe off one time to mimic a guy named Tony Franklin. I don't know if you ever heard of Tony Franklin.
Yeah.
But he was a kicker for the Philadelphia Eagles for a long time, way back in the day.
Yeah.
And I tried it, and like the first time I did, I just hit it in the screws, knocked it a mile, and I was sold from that point on. And I kicked, that whole year I kicked barefoot. A lot of kicks and a lot of success, and the very last game, the official, he pulled rank and said, you can't do it anymore. It's against the rules. You got to have a sole on your feet.
Wow.
And you can't kick like that anymore.
I did not know that was a rule. Hey, but you got to find a way to get it done, right?
So ended my barefoot kicking days. Had one glorious season of it. Here comes the pooch kick. Into the wall again. Boy, I tell you, the Rattlers have dialed that in, haven't they?
Yeah.
At a minimum, they're keeping Devontae Sapp-Lynch from getting a chance to show this crowd what he can do in one of his calling cards, great returns. But that's going to be a no return, essentially, and the ball is going to be about the 14-yard line.
Yeah, they've been doing that all night, so that's definitely a game plan just to try to get the ball out of his hands.
Hey, there's the owner of this team, Kathy Guy. And, Kathy, I mean, she is that, as active as any owner is of a club in this league, involved in all the day-to-day with the Tucson Sugar Skulls. She, of course, is the wife of Kevin Guy, the head coach of the Arizona Rattlers. But Kevin stays out of the way, and Kathy gets business done here with the Sugar Skulls. Here comes Malik Mitchell, and Mitchell is going to go down. That is a great defensive play delivered by Kevin Symes. Symes getting there, and the tackle made for the quarterback sack.
Got to know the situation, right? Time's on our side. Get rid of the ball so we can save our timeout, right? The Rattlers did a good job of getting back to the single high defense and having a safety in the middle, and he had really nowhere to go with the ball right there.
Get another look at it. So again, give us. You can do one of a couple of things right there in that situation, but you've got to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, you got to get rid of the ball, right? As soon as you see your first and second reads not there, don't make a bad play worse. Get rid of it. Live for the next down. Probably going to expect some zone here, right? You've got a rookie quarterback, right? Try to make him make reads, check it down. A lot of these guys, when they come into this league, they want to just focus on the motion and take a shot, whether that's a post or a corner or a go. So we'll see what Coach Guy's got defensively going.
Mitchell's got those stacked backs behind him. They go in motion, and Malik will stand tall in the pocket. He's got some room, and he is going to be hit on release, and you're going to have to help me here. There's a marker down. You're going to have to help me on what that was right there, because I couldn't tell really if there was a real release that got batted or if that was a fumble.
Yeah, that looks like that was incomplete. His arm was going forward, in my opinion. It's interesting to see what the penalty is going to be. I was looking at the defensive coverage.
That camera look right there, by the way, from our camera operator, Chris Drake. The Drake. Gotta love the Drake. Love the Drake, and he gives us that great look from up close and personal.
The result of the play was a safety. Sideline warning, Arizona. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
So, hold on a second. He said the result was a safety. And then he said sideline warning. And now it's all of a sudden it's Tucson's football after the sideline warning. So the sideline warning was a penalty or a warning?
Yeah, it should have. So he might have misspoke and said that was an incomplete. And so they're attacking on the penalty from the sideline.
So now they're going to talk to Kevin Guy. He got the referee's attention. That crew, by the way, the referee crew led by the head official, Tom Drozdowski, includes Brian Brown, head linesman, Justin Nash, the line judge. Mark Warner is the umpire, and Aaron Hockley is the back judge. Fake this one. Mitchell, time to throw this time. Delivers. Good defense by Devontae Merriweather. He is not going to allow that one to go any further than the immediate catch, and the catch was made by Jalen Marshall.
Timeout, Tucson. their second of the half.
Defense is making them check it down. I would, as a coach, I would like for him to go out of bounds so we can save that extra timeout, right?
So Mitchell, he comes from, you take another look at that play earlier. So the official, if I heard him right, and I think I did, he said safety, right? The result of the play was a safety. So what he's saying right there, and I agree that was not a, he tried to hold up on the pass, and the ball got knocked out, so that's a fumble. Must have been recovered by Tucson, down in the end zone, safety. But then the sideline warning, which he called a warning, means a penalty. Became a penalty on the Rattlers, and Tucson retained possession. You see it right there. I think I understand, but to be honest with you, I don't feel like I do. Here's Mike Jones wide open, and he's got the first down, goes out of bounds, stop the clock with 4 seconds. 4 seconds remaining. What do? You kick right here, or you try to throw it in the end zone?
I think coach is going to kick it. Fontinos has been pretty good all year so far.
And out comes the place kicking squad. You think that guy is smooth as the other side of the pillow right there? Fontinos, he's waving and smiling at the camera on his way out to nail a field goal. Not fazed by this pressure, is he?
No, he's not.
Looks like we're going to talk, by the way, to Kevin Guy, the head coach of the Arizona Rattlers, on the way out to the locker room here, closing out the half. Here's the kick. And that is just money. What a great kick to expire what remained of the clock.
This is the end of the first half.
That was a terrific kick. The distance on that, by the way, was, I believe, 41 yards. But while distance is not the issue, accuracy is, and that one found the narrow pipes for a good kick. We're going to talk to Kevin Guy in just a moment, getting him all mic'd up. And get an IFB so he can listen in to what's going on here. But a 17-12 halftime lead for the Rattlers, and their head coach Kevin Guy joins us now. Coach, well, let's see, you had to make a late decision to start Garrett Kettle at quarterback, and he quickly got you a score. But give us your quick synopsis on the job you think Garrett's done for you this half so far.
Well, he's doing all right. I mean, they're coming up and pressing the motion like we thought they were going to do. We got to do a better job with the receiving core getting open, and we'll get that fixed at halftime.
And some guys stepped up, made some great defensive plays. I thought Devontae Merriweather is showing shades of his greatness that we've seen over the years. Tell me about Devontae's performance in that first half.
Well, the defense is playing well. Up front, in the back, everybody's playing great. You know, we got to save it. We should have got to save. That was the weakest call I've ever seen since I've been in this league.
I mean,
I'm going to halftime, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you, Coach. Yeah, and so, Coach, sounds like he was as confused as we were about what that call was in the end zone. Here's another look at it. The ball that comes out, it's not a pass. That is a fumble.
So if it's considered a fumble, it should the penalty, if it was a penalty, should have been placed on the spot after the possession has switched sides.
So you take a look, and the ball comes out. It is presumably still live right there as we talk you through this, what we had of the replay, and maybe take another deeper look at it coming up in just a few moments. We're going to take a break, everybody. Get you ready for the Sugar Skulls halftime here in just a few moments, as you take a look at the Sugar Dolls as we go out to break here. 17-12, Arizona leading the Tucson Sugar Skulls. We're back with our halftime festivities in a moment, everybody. This is Tucson Sugar Skulls football.
I'm Dr. Pamela Lund, Director of Sports and Orthopedic Imaging at Simon Med Imaging. I've been reading sports MRI studies for patients and athletes at all levels for over 20 years. When you're injured, an accurate diagnosis can mean the difference between chronic pain or pain-free enjoyment of your life and sports activities. At Simon Med, we treat you just like all of our elite athletes, with state-of-the-art equipment, precise interpretation, and compassion.
Football. We love the plays. We love the hits, but not the pain. Some people use ice, but others use Pima Pain Center.
Hey, you! we've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son. We're here. You're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low price is your priority.
In a world where trucks are the ultimate tool, one dealership rises above the rest.
You've all earned the right to be here at Top Truck. Now let's go out and save Southern Arizona thousands.
This month, you're invited to experience an event 99 years in the making.
More than a great price isn't just something we say. It's something we give people every day.
From the dealer that brought you Truck Month comes an all-new saga.
People need trucks. And we're gonna help.
Critics call it mesmerizing and slightly overproduced for a local car commercial.
Talk to me, truck man.
You did it again. You dropped below the price tag. You're dangerous.
If savings are wrong, I don't want to be right.
Introducing Truck Season, now playing at O'Reilly Chevrolet.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
Welcome back to the Boneyard, the home of the Tucson Sugar Skulls. My name is Floyd Simmons. I am privileged to sit in tonight for Pat Paris. Pat will be back the next time around, which will be next Saturday. A home showdown for these Tucson Sugar Skulls, and that's again next when you'll get to hear from Pat Paris. And then you won't get to hear from me again for a very long time, if ever again, okay? So I get this one opportunity, I think, to fill in. Pat's always as trusty as can be, but Nick Davila here as well, alongside in the broadcast booth. And Nick, you know Nick from his many years, 9 years playing in the indoor game?
Yep, 9 years. Fun 9 years.
Yeah.
Won a lot of championships. Made a lot of burritos for my old offensive linemen, you know.
Nice.
But
I like that.
Such an honor and pleasure to continue to play the game.
Makes me almost want to be a lineman, but that just for the burritos. There's no other.
Well, you had to block good. My wife was gonna not give you burritos if you didn't block good. So
there's no other reason that I would want to be an offensive lineman than for your wife's burritos. Maybe your wife should bring some burritos to the game next time. But I digress, because the other thing I wanted to mention is your tie-in with Kevin Guy.
Yeah.
And you know Kevin Guy to be he's intense. He is the ultimate CEO coach, isn't he? I mean, a guy who's got his finger on the pulse of everything that goes on in this organization. And the truth of the matter about Kevin Guy is he is that guy born to be a CEO. Some guys are not. Some guys cannot keep all of those balls in the air that are necessary. But Kevin Guy does it. Kevin Guy does it, and he does it like nobody else.
Yeah, Coach Guy, he's like a mentor to me, and I've been around him for quite a while now, and he's an ultimate winner, man. That guy, we're playing quarters. He wants to win. He gets competitive, and
yeah.
So when you have that type of DNA, it only helps you and develops those skills that he has, that he's taught me a lot of, I'm just excited to be back in the building watching him do his thing,
And he is, of course, the husband of Kathy Guy. Kathy, and he owned the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Kathy handles this operation for the family and does a great job. And I also want to say, as we mentioned, Pat Paris is back at Northern Iowa, where Kurt Warner played his college football. That's where Pat's son just graduated from college, a couple of nights ago here in Tucson. Coach Guy and Kathy Guy, their daughter Alexa, just graduated from the U of A, so congratulations to all of them on that.
Yeah, congratulations, Alexa.
I want to mention that in that first half, a couple of items, taking a look at some total offensive numbers. Both teams ran 20 offensive plays. Arizona with the lead and 97 yards of offense, 71 yards of offense for Tucson. We're going to break this all down a little bit more in our next segment. But of course, the important number is the score on the board there. 17-12, Arizona leads Tucson right here at halftime. They're having a lot of fun. They're playing some bags down on the field here at Tucson. Why not make a plan to get out here sometime and enjoy all the fun at Tucson Arena, the home of the Sugar Skulls? We'll be back with more of our halftime breakdown as we continue with Tucson Sugar Skulls football.
In a world where trucks are the ultimate tool, one dealership rises above the rest.
You've all earned the right to be here at Top Truck. Now let's go out and save Southern Arizona thousands. Yeah!
More than a great price isn't just something we say. It's something we give people every day.
People need trucks. And we're gonna help.
During truck season, get 0% or up to $6,000 off 2022 Silverados.
O'Reilly Chevrolet. Hey you, we've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son. We're here, you're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low price is your priority.
I'm Dr. Pamela Lund, Director of Sports and Orthopedic Imaging at Simon Med Imaging. I've been reading sports MRI studies for patients and athletes at all levels for over 20 years. When you're injured, an accurate diagnosis can mean the difference between chronic pain or pain-free enjoyment of your life and sports activities. At Simon Med, we treat you just like all of our elite athletes, with state-of-the-art equipment, precise interpretation, and compassion.
Football. We love the plays. We love the hits, but not the pain. Some people use ice, but others use Pima Pain Center.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
The Sugar Skulls went into the Snake Pit focused. They had showed they could play with the league's best. Now they needed to beat the league's best. They got off to a rocky start on the very first play from scrimmage when Drew Powell threw a long touchdown, but they responded with 2 scoring drives of their own, each culminating in Jake Medlock keepers for touchdowns. Antonio Chief Rosales helped send the message that on this day, the Skulls weren't going down without a fight. Tied at 14 heading into the second quarter, Tucson's finest hour was right in front of them. Jeremiah Harris's 42-yard touchdown catch from Jake Medlock set off a scoring spree of 21 unanswered points. The undefeated Rattlers were in their deepest hole of the season. The Sugar Skulls were rising to the occasion in their most important game of the season.
Well, at that point, I think everybody confidence was up.
I don't think even the Rattlers anticipated Tucson playing as well as they played thus far in this game.
Yeah, imagine going and taking someone's parade and you set all their floats on fire.
Inevitably, a great team like the Rattlers is going to battle their way back into the game, and they did just that, tying the score in the second half behind Sugar Skull's nemesis Jared Harrington. A heroic 28-yard touchdown scramble by Jake Medlock in the fourth quarter was his third scoring scamper of the game and put Tucson back in the lead, but the Rattlers fought back to tie once again, and Medlock left with a toe injury. Following a couple near misses to win the game by Matt Barrett and a great stand by the Sugar Skulls defense, the game headed to overtime tied at 42. Tucson won the ensuing coin toss and surprisingly elected to receive.
It was just an idea like, hey man, this is what you do. This is what you've given majority of your life to.
When Mike Jones bulldozed his way into the end zone from 4 yards out, the Skulls had the lead and put Arizona in a position to have to score 7 to stay alive. But Drew Powell found Des Stewart moments later for a 7-yard score, and Kevin Guy elected to go for 2 to win it all. With their perfect season on the line, Powell ran untouched to the right pylon, and the Sugar Skulls came up short by the slimmest of margins.
I would say guys were more disappointed just about it being a loss, but not the way they played. Because we played hard. Everybody played hard.
Despite the gut-wrenching defeat, Tucson had finally proved that they were fully capable of defeating their interstate foes.
To lose the way we did is tough, but at the same time, it's like, I know in the long term, we meet again, we know how this game going to end up.
Some history in just a short span of time between these two teams, and I think you would have to expect that, don't you? I mean, it's a natural rivalry with just a short distance up I-10 or down I-10, depending on your perspective, separating these two teams, these two franchises, of course, with the ownership that the two teams, the ownership situation that binds these two teams together. Good stuff. Hey, let's check in with the head coach of the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Billy Back has brought his team out of the locker room here, and we'll see what they can do about a 5-point deficit. Coach Back, what did you tell your guys down there at halftime? Well, Coach, I know you're answering, and I don't have your audio here, but we'll continue on and give you a little bit here as we get you ready. What do you think the key is here? You got a game; it's well within reach. Your offense has sputtered a little bit. Malik, he's showing signs. Is there maybe a little bit of rust as you get him ready to go in the second half?
Yeah, we're late on some reads. I showed him in the locker room what he's missing. We're going to make the adjustments in the second half and hopefully get the stop off the kickoff.
Yeah, Coach Davila here. What's the message finishing the game strong?
We just got to keep competing. And again, you said it. We got to finish. Got to be able to make the play when the play's to us. We're late on the reads. Balls are going through our hands again, but those are correctable, and I think our guys will play a better second half.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, Billy Back is the head coach of this Tucson Sugar Skulls club. There's his opponent out there, and a guy who in a circuitous roundabout way is also, somewhat related to him as a boss, though Kathy Guy is the real boss.
Yes.
Kevin doesn't get involved, and he certainly doesn't want to get involved directly with the coaching and the decisions that are made at that level. So he's going to let that go. He's going to let Kathy handle things, and she certainly does handle things here with this Sugar Skulls team. And they're in striking distance right now, down just 5, and after only scoring 12 points, I have to believe that with now some of the cobwebs shaken off by Malik, that Coach Back, the Sugar Skulls, their fans, everybody in this building has to feel like the second half is going to go much better for Tucson.
Yeah, and he said it, and that's something I saw in the first half, is he's got to get that ball out sooner and give it to his receivers. And if he does that, I think that's 2 touchdowns right there that they could have had. So defensively, they got to get a stop right here, get a stop, and get that offense back on the field.
There's Coach Billy Back right there, and another shout-out to, let's see, there's Larkin. Larkin's one of the kids, but the guy who's really kind of gathered around that video screen watching this game, right? That's the little guy.
Yeah, Lenny Buckets.
Lenny Buckets.
Heck of a basketball player.
Also the daughter, London, and we hope they're all doing well back in North Carolina. Here's the ball fielded in the end zone, and the kick is brought back out. The guy that brings it out, Isaiah Huff, and Isaiah is knocked down just outside and across the 10-yard line. It'll be first down right there for the Arizona Rattlers as they come back out and go to work. Garrett Kettle played that entire first half at quarterback, and Garrett's will bring the offense back out here for the second half.
Yeah, he's 4 of 10 for 44 yards, and he had 22 yards on the ground. So I would like to see him get some completions, get that momentum, get that rhythm going.
Yeah, the numbers are not great for either one of these quarterbacks. I think both completed 4 passes in total each in that first half. 97 yards of offense, and that's going to be increased by about 4 yards on this game by Shannon Brooks, and he was one broken tackle away from making that a very big gain.
Yeah, he's just so explosive and just plays behind his pads right there. He's a dynamic running back in this league.
So the second half does get underway, and we welcome you into Tucson, everybody. Floyd Simmons along with Nick Davila. And this Tucson Sugar Skulls team kind of desperately needing a victory. If they want to get to the postseason, that work has got to begin soon. And a 1-4 record is not the way they wanted to start. Throwing deep, pass caught, beautiful pass and catch. And on the receiving end is Glenn Gibbons Jr. for the Rattlers. Put the points on the board.
Yeah, and that was just a good job of putting the receivers the DBs where you want with their motion, right? We wanted to run the corner route. He attacked that inside shoulder. Quarterback threw on time, and it's touchdown, baby.
Well, that's the first time we've seen, if my memory serves right, that Garrett Kettle has thrown deep today. And, boy, great play call, great route run by Gibbons. And then all the quarterback had to do with the protection afforded by his offensive line was lay it in there.
Yeah.
And he did. Evans on with the kick, and he just keeps on knocking him through the points after. And with 13:05 on the clock here in the third quarter, the lead for the Rattlers is now out to 12 points, 24-12. The Rattlers, you see again, Kettle throwing perfectly to find his receiver for the touchdown. So the Rattlers came into the game 6.5-point favorites, but that was, I believe, without the knowledge of the injury situation that the Rattlers are dealing with tonight in losing their starting quarterback, Dalton Snead. He warmed up. He was a game-time decision. He was there for the coin toss with the captains, and then he hasn't been out there at all in the first half, and now starting the second half for the team. So, Nick, when you think about that situation, you think about the point spread a little bit, okay? 6.5 points. You would have thought, if you knew at game time that Dalton was not going to play or had any semblance of injury, you might go with the Sugar Skulls. But the Rattlers are making that look bad.
Yeah, Kettle's doing a good job, but I think Coach Guy is doing an excellent job calling the game tonight, right? First half, they did a lot of dinks and dunks, and then they came out and took a shot deep, and it worked for them, so.
Yeah, and two teams that have been plagued by injuries.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, they would like to – Tucson would like to get some more reps for their quarterback coming back off injury, and Mitchell has had some bright moments in this one so far today. And by the way, there's the newest guy on the roster, Devontae Sapp-Lynch, and we have seen him do some special things on special teams, and he brings it straight back up the middle to about the 20-yard line. Haven't seen him run with the offense yet, and I would make the assumption, help me out here, but I'd make the assumption, Nick, that the reason is he just hasn't been here long enough to learn the playbook, learn what is needed of him out there on offense. Yeah,
it's a complex offense, and they also too, they got a really good back already on the team with Mike Jones, so that's their guy, and I know Sapp is going to come in and find his position soon.
They're going to hand it off, and that's a give to Jalen Marshall. Marshall is upended and slow in getting up after he took a hit and a 7-yard gain.
Good front side read by the quarterback right here. He saw the end rushing right at him and gave the ball to the receiver. Excellent job.
I want to say thank you to our presenting sponsors of the Tucson Sugar Skulls scoreboard on the broadcast, El Dorado Tucson Surgery Center. And you hear that timeout for player injury after the run a moment ago. Jalen Marshall was a little slow in getting up. He went down again, and now he is finally back up on his feet. And look who comes into the game to replace him. We asked, and now we received. Devontae Sapp-Lynch has checked into the offensive lineup.
All right, there we go.
And Coach Back is out there talking to his guys in the huddle, and I almost feel like he's out there to give instructions to Devontae and tell him, here's what I need you to do on this play. And so they'll line up after the gain a moment ago. That 7-yard pickup put the ball at the Rattlers' 23-yard line. Tucson on offense. Mitchell, give it left side. And that is Sap Lynch getting the carry. And he is going to take it for a first down to about the 15-yard line. So just like that, how about an 8-yard pickup on the play?
Yeah, great job by him. Already making a difference on the field. First play. Man, he's a little bit of a little guy in that huddle, but he can sure move.
Yeah, they can hide him in the huddle. The question is, can they hide him when he gets into the lineup when they break the huddle? And he'll find a way into the slot on the right side. No, pardon me on that. That's Mike Jones. Mike Jones. Sap Lynch in motion. Fake the speed sweep to him. And the quarterback, Mitchell, going to carry, and Mitchell's going to battle his way toward the end zone and come up just short. Looks like they drove him into the wall about the 1-yard line. What a run by Mitchell and company.
Yeah, he's had a lot of success with that play, pulling the football and getting up in the box.
So quarterback Malik Mitchell sets him up. First down and goal for the Sugar Skulls. They trail by 12. A touchdown right here would be just what the doctor ordered. They want to try Mitchell again. And Mitchell is going to get stood up. And he got inside the 1-yard line. The ball came out.
His knee was down.
And one official says it's a turnover. One official says fumble and recovery for the Rattlers. We'll see if that's going to stand. We'll see if we get our first review of the game.
Yeah.
Theo Majette ended up with a football.
Yeah, I think I'm going to challenge this one if I'm the Sugar Skulls.
The ruling on the field is that the runner fumbled the ball before he was down. Arizona recovered the ball. It'll be first down, Rattlers.
So we're going to take a look at what we have for a replay on that and see if we can get in there close enough. It doesn't look like Billy Back, at least right now, has any intention to challenge this. Yeah, it came out early, didn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Looked like it was loose right there on contact well before the knee came down. Right about there it gets loose. Well, now that's going to be blocked. It looked like it was going to be a brilliant review. You see the ball eventually out.
Yeah.
And I think you can extrapolate that the ball did come out before the knee went down.
Man, that's driving, fumbling on the 1 or the 2. That's big. That's a big momentum shift right there.
And your 1 or 2 swings in the count, the turnover count, that's big, or the defensive stops count. Those are big, and here's the give to Shannon Brooks. Brooks will get it out of the shadow of the goal line and now to the 8-yard line. So a 7-yard pickup for Shannon on the play. Brooks with the gain, and the guy there with the tackle is Darian Rakestraw. And we'll be at the 9-minute mark here in the third quarter before you know it. Here's some motion across in front of the quarterback, but give it to Shannon Brooks. And Brooks trying to get that first down is not going to. He'll be a couple of yards shy on the play.
Yeah, good job by the middle linebacker coming up and filling the hole right there. That was a good job on Brooks.
Shannon had 25 yards by halftime. And he's added about 8 yards more to the total here in these first 2 carries of the second half. And now what do you do on third and a couple? You stay on the ground with it?
Yeah, I believe so. Brooks he's your cowbell.
What about that little option that they were running with Kettle in the first half?
There it is.
He delivers the cutback by Brooks. He's got first down yardage and finishes very strong. That was a great finish at the end. 12-yard gain on the play and a first down. Make it a 13-yard pickup. We're going to spot him right at the 20.
Yeah, that was a good call by you right there. It was speed option to the boundary where the Rattlers had the numbers. First down.
Well, it's those barefoot kickers, they know how to they know how to diagnose an offense. 7:57 on the clock in the third quarter. And the Rattlers get a new set of downs right here. Kettle gives it. Jamal Miles trying to cut back. Does escape a tackle there. but unable to do much with it. It'll be a gain of a yard on the play out to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, he's kind of been quiet after that first touchdown, Miles. Just a good job of getting to the football by the Sugar Skulls defense right there.
The Tucson Sugar Skulls, 1 week away from a big matchup here in the Western Conference. Tell you more about that here in just a second as this pass goes incomplete to Shannon Brooks.
And there's Lyons again, bringing the wood right there, coming up, hitting them hard. All year he's been like that.
Shannon Brooks going to smile it off there, but he got popped on the sideline as Lyons tends to do. I mean, he just knows how to use the boundary, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's got a nose for the football, and he brings it.
So the situation is 3rd down and 9. And Garrett Kettle, we'll see what he can do about picking another first down up here on the drive. Oh, that was just beautiful penetration. Time to jump perfect, and it's rejected by Jalen Parks. Parks been making some plays on defense.
Yeah,
and that's
has.
At least the second deflected pass by Jalen Parks.
Yeah, he dropped an interception too on a screenplay, man. He's playing a heck of a game tonight. Ooh. Came with the bull rush. And was able to get his hands up. All right, here we go, D. Let's go.
So now the situation is 4th down, 4th and 9, and Kevin Guy's got the offense on the floor. Garrett Kettle trying to beat the play clock. He just did beat the delay. And it's tipped on a pass that would have been intercepted if it wasn't tipped by the first guy who almost got it anyway. That was great defense, and give the deflection to the defender, Kenneth Durden. That was well done, and we're going to grab us a timeout here with 5:23 on the clock in the 3rd quarter. Still a 24-12 Arizona lead. This is Tucson Sugar Skulls football.
In a world where trucks are the ultimate tool, one dealership rises above the rest.
You've all earned the right to be here at Top Truck. Now let's go out and save Southern Arizona thousands.
Yeah! More than a great price isn't just something we say. It's something we give people every day.
People need trucks, and we're gonna help.
During truck season, get 0% or up to $6,000 off 2022 Silverados.
Chevrolet. Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
Hey you, we've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son. We're here, you're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low pricing your priority.
Hey, back in everybody. We want to thank you for joining us for this broadcast of Tucson Sugar Skulls football. The O'Reilly Chevrolet hometown hero presented during the break. And that young lady, a proud United States military veteran. I don't have her name in front of me, but thanks for the service, and thank you to O'Reilly Chevrolet for recognizing so many great Americans as they do every game here at Tucson. Here's a pitch to Mike Jones, and Jones will get knocked into the boundary. And the defender coming up for the Rattlers to make the play. That was, pardon me, that's Rasheed Hodge on the tackle.
Yep, good job on him coming down and laying the wood right there. Got to get the quarterback into a rhythm right here. Get him a completion. Get his confidence back up.
The ball at the 21-yard line. And Malik Mitchell, who engineered a pretty good drive, made a great run to get to the 1-yard line a moment ago, and then fumbled the football. This sidearm delivery will be just off the hands of Mike Kerrigan, who had to make the extra effort to get the hands on the ball, and that was going to be a tough catch anyway, incomplete.
Yeah, if he's going to throw that hitch, he's got to throw it a little sooner, right? They're going to play man. He's going to, as soon as that receiver's going to hitch, the DB's going to drive. Got to get that to him sooner. I mean,
kind of made the sidearm shortstop flip, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, that's the game. The quarterbacks are evolving, right? I mean, we see it on Sundays with quarterbacks, and I'm okay with that. We just got to get it to him sooner. Okay, we're playing man coverage right here.
Mitchell on 3rd down and 10. He's got time, and he's got a man. The catch made, the overrun defensively, and that's in the end zone for a Tucson touchdown. Brian Smith calls it in.
Good job of the quarterback threading the needle, finding that receiver up against the walls. Great job. Exactly what they needed as an offense, as a team.
That's a big score. And that will make it a 1-score game again. Tucson brings out the place kicker, Dimitri Fontenos. And a bad snap, mishandled. And opportunity for Savon Lowry to get there and Barry Kerrigan taking another look at the touchdown.
Timeout on the field.
And Malik Mitchell is able to get his team into the end zone. Brian Smith on the receiving end as we take a timeout with 3:01 remaining here in the third quarter. 24-18, Arizona leads Tucson. This is Sugar Skulls football.
I'm Dr. Pamela Lund, Director of Sports and Orthopedic Imaging at Simon Med Imaging. I've been reading sports MRI studies for patients and athletes at all levels for over 20 years. When you're injured, an accurate diagnosis can mean the difference between chronic pain or pain-free enjoyment of your life and sports activities. At Simon Med, we treat you just like all of our elite athletes, with state-of-the-art equipment, precise interpretation, and compassion.
In a world where trucks are the ultimate tool, one dealership rises above the rest.
You've all earned the right to be here at Top Truck. Now let's go out and save Southern Arizona thousands. Yeah!
This month, you're invited to experience an event 99 years in the making.
More than a great price isn't just something we say. It's something we give people every day.
From the dealer that brought you Truck Month comes an all-new saga.
People need trucks. And we're gonna help.
Critics call it mesmerizing and slightly overproduced for a local car commercial.
Talk to me, truck man.
You did it again. You dropped below the price tag. You're dangerous.
If savings are wrong, I don't want to be right.
Introducing Truck Season, now playing at O'Reilly Chevrolet.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Well, a big thank you to O'Reilly Chevrolet, presenting sponsors of Tucson Sugar Skulls football and our broadcast here from the Simmons Media Group. And our score here in the third quarter, 24-18. Arizona in front, but Tucson with a little bit of momentum building right now. Here's the kick, fielded right near the goal line. And that one is a decent return, but a marker goes flying out there. And the guy that brought it back was Omari Alexander.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get a block in the back.
Holding, return team number 17. 10-yard penalty, first down, Arizona.
So that'll push the Rattlers back the other direction. And so right now things a little out of sorts. What do you see, Nick, coming out here? 2:55 on the clock in the quarter, a one-touchdown game. What do you think Kevin Guy is thinking about doing offensively?
Yeah, he's got to get the ball to his running back, his he's a dog back there, and he's averaging 6.6 yards a game. So I'm looking for Coach Guy to establish that run again, control this game with the football.
So you think a steady diet of Shannon Brooks?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, you do recall that beautiful huck-a-bomb pass a little while ago that Garrett Kettle delivered for a touchdown, right? And look at you calling it just like you saw it. And that ball comes out. Shannon Brooks fumbles. Tucson has picked it up. And there is a big scrum at the end of it, but the recovery by Darian Rakestraw.
Man, just what a great play by Ahmad Lyons. I was just talking about he's got a nose for the football. He found a way to get his nose to the football and get a turnover. Exactly what the Sugar Skulls and the Heat did. Man, what a play.
So that's the payback right there. The Rattlers giving it back after Tucson fumbled inside the 1 yard line on a previous possession. Denied points by the Rattlers defense, and right there Tucson. Now give Shannon Brooks a lot of credit for the effort, but when he went horizontal in his Superman impersonation right there at the end of that last run, I mean, there it was, right? That was the problem. Mix up in the backfield, and Kerrigan ends up with the ball, and he's going to get out to about the 20-yard line. Short gain, about 3 yards.
Yeah, that's how you turn a bad play into a positive right there.
Let's see. Do we have a look again, guys? Or are we going to take a look back at that fumble? At some point, I'm sure we're going to take a look at the turnover by the Rattlers that presented us possession. Well, now I don't know if we'll be able to get this full look at it with the offense lining up, but yeah, I mean, it was clearly the ball came out before he ever came close to hitting the ground, so no challenge there. And Mitchell throws and takes a big hit for his efforts, and it's behind the receiver, incomplete.
Yeah, on that one, that's the receiver's fault on that one. He kind of stopped and then went, once you show me your chest and your eyes, I'm throwing the ball.
Take another look a moment ago at the Shannon Brooks fumble. You can't fault him for the effort, but when he went airborne, he laid it right on the helmet, didn't he?
Yeah, that was a good, absolute great tackle by Lyons.
And Rakestraw, the recovery. Here is a fumble on the snap, and that's going to make its way all the way into the secondary. It is picked up, and the Rattlers with a big return goes deep to the 7-yard line. The guy that scooped it up, Omari Alexander. This one might come back, but I think the turnover is going to stand.
Yeah, it's just can't happen right now, right? I mean, we're rolling. End of the third quarter.
The result of the play is a fumble recovered by Arizona. During the return, personal foul, blindside block, Arizona, number 5. Half the distance to the goal, first down, Arizona.
Well, listen, those defensive backs, they don't spend a lot of time working on their form blocking, okay? So they get an opportunity like that, and here comes a guy, and he's not looking upfield. They take advantage of those shots once in a while. I don't know if we're going to get a look at that one or not, but for the Rattlers, they get another take back, and this game has just gotten a little bit sloppy.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. It's a little sloppy. Got to take care of the football on both sides, right? I mean, again, I mean, find a way to get your running back the ball. 2 hands on the ball. That's security. You got to have ball security here.
Yeah, and the issue there is that Malik was not looking at the snap.
Yeah.
At the snap, he did not expect it. Tried to do something when it was on the way, but it was too late as Glenn Gibbons Jr. comes up with the reception and about an 8-yard pickup on that toss from Garrett Kettle.
Yeah, good timing. Good job of getting the ball out, putting it where only his receiver could get the ball on that one. We just saw Coach Beck getting into his team, and he's still going, because he knows there's opportunities that they got to take advantage of.
Timeout.
Time does run down in this third period. We got the final 15 on the way in just a bit. Outscored Arizona 24. Tucson 18. The scores remain closer than you might have thought when Arizona was getting that early second half momentum. We got a good one for you. Final quarter on the way next. This is Tucson Sugar Skulls football.
In a world where trucks are the ultimate tool, one dealership rises above the rest.
You've all earned the right to be here at Top Truck. Now let's go out and save Southern Arizona 1,000.
Yeah! More than a great price isn't just something we say. It's something we give people every day.
People need trucks. And we're gonna help.
During truck season, get 0% or up to $6,000 off 2022 Silverados.
Chevrolet. Hey, you. We've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son. We're here. You're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low pricing your priority.
I'm Dr. Pamela Lund, Director of Sports and Orthopedic Imaging at Simon Med Imaging. I've been reading sports MRI studies for patients and athletes at all levels for over 20 years. When you're injured, an accurate diagnosis can mean the difference between chronic pain or pain-free enjoyment of your life and sports activities. At Simon Med, we treat you just like all of our elite athletes, with state-of-the-art equipment, precise interpretation, and compassion.
Back into Tucson, everybody. Welcome back to our broadcast coverage of the Tucson Sugar Skulls on the IFL's YouTube channel, also on caffeine.tv. If you're not watching games there, you can get the caffeine.tv mobile app and watch games there. Watch all the IFL content at that location. And we also want to thank you for joining us on local radio across Tucson. And if you didn't know and you'd like to listen on radio, you can find us there. Tucson Sports Station, Fox Sports, 1450 KTZR, Tucson. And the fourth quarter begins with Garrett Kettle at quarterback for Arizona. He's got a man open downfield. Pass is caught inside the 5-yard line. It goes. The nice delivery downfield, and the catch is made by Corey Reed Jr., and the Rattlers are in position.
Yeah, that a way to start the fourth quarter coming out. Well played design, getting the ball out quick. That was the main thing I saw with Kettle.
And a good play call, because perhaps Coach Back was thinking right along the lines of what you were talking about earlier, that Kevin Guy probably going to run the ball a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he's averaging 6.6 yards a carry.
Here's Shannon Brooks. And from the 5, he's going to cut back and reach out and go into the end zone. That is a Rattlers touchdown.
Yeah, well-designed play again. A lot of times defense will set their fronts based on the set of a running back. Good job of running the ball on the same side as he was. Man, he's another running back in this league that's just hard to bring down.
Yeah, Shannon Brooks has been running hard this entire game. In fact, I think effort-wise, I can't remember. I'm not saying he's never run this hard, but I can't remember, when he's run this much, this hard over the course of a game. He's got 3 or 4 highlights tonight that are impressive, and that touchdown is one of those. As the point after goes right through for Evans. Again, I don't think he's missed an extra point this season. Yeah. And if he hasn't, that is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing to consider, because it is tough to nail it even from that distance, as narrow as those pipes are.
Yeah, it takes concentration, and it's extremely hard. I know a couple NFL guys that come and kick when I was playing, and that was the one thing they talked about, how difficult it was to make those field goals.
And Shannon Brooks right there, by the way, you can see him bowl a strike. I wonder if he has his own bowling shoes, or does he go ahead and go with the...
He definitely has the right technique. That was a really strong roll.
I just got to say, I think the reason I stopped bowling is because
I think he does everything strong.
I couldn't bring myself to wearing those shoes anymore. I'm not going to buy my own, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Golf shoes are expensive enough. You a golfer, by the way?
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a golfer, you know. Can swing the sticks a little bit.
Okay. You golf? Do you swing left-handed or right-handed?
Absolutely, lefty all day.
All right, going to have to see what this is all about. Here's a kick, and that's brought in by Devontae Sapp-Lynch right near the goal line. Broken tackle, and finally gets a chance to electrify the crowd a little bit. They come to life on a nice return by Sapp-Lynch.
And you see why Coach Guy and Coach Jernigan have set up a game plan to not give him those opportunities.
Because when they did, just now, he almost
looks good.
He almost housed it for you. A question for you, okay, a little quiz.
Yeah.
And there may or may not be a prize in it for you at the end of it, okay? You got to get within 3.5% margin of error on guessing how many people are here today. What is the actual attendance of tonight's game?
I'm going to say 3,000.
3,000. Okay, I don't think you're going to be inside the plus or minus 3.5%. 2,604 is the number. So you're in the neighborhood. Here's a catch. And that is going to be Mike Jones taking it to right near the 5-yard line. A first down for the Sugar Skulls on a gain of 16 yards.
Yeah, just a well-designed play. They knew Taylor was going to blitz the quarterback. They delayed it. Out the backfield, good job.
Everything worked out nicely on that one, and Mike Jones doing Mike Jones kind of things right there. The great running back that he is, but you also get to see Mike demonstrating how good his hands are. He'll run it this time, left side, try to bounce, and he gets knocked down. Devontae Merriweather finished off a tackle that was begun by Omari Alexander.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Coach designs a play where the quarterback is going to run with the football right here.
Thank you to our sponsoring partner of the Tucson Sugar Skulls broadcast scoreboard. That is El Dorado Tucson Surgery Center. Big thank you. And they go in motion. Kerrigan runs into a wall. And I lost him. I lost him in that giant mass of humanity down there on the field.
Yeah, they're getting after it, man. They both of these teams want to win this game big time.
Playing with some urgency here in a game that both teams really need to win. The Tucson Sugar Skulls at 1-4, 3-game skid right now they're in the midst of, so they really need not just a win for the record, they need a win for the feel of a win.
Yeah, they need to get that monkey off their back a little bit, get in the winning momentum.
Third down play, third down from the 3-yard line. Mitchell, fake it. Throw back. He's got a man wide open. That is a Sugar Skulls touchdown, Jalen Marshall.
Yeah, good job attacking the eyes of the defense with window dressing and nice little old school arena football throw right there in the back of the end zone. Off his back foot, good job.
Sugar Skulls did everything they can do to keep pace. We'll see if they can make this a 6-point game. Fontenot's the kick, and it's up there and it's good. Our score, Arizona 31, Tucson 25.
Yeah, game on right here.
We're going to grab a timeout. We'll return in just a moment, everybody. Tucson Sugar Skulls football continues after this.
I'm Dr. Pamela Lund, Director of Sports and Orthopedic Imaging at Simon Med Imaging. I've been reading sports MRI studies for patients and athletes at all levels for over 20 years. When you're injured, an accurate diagnosis can mean the difference between chronic pain or pain-free enjoyment of your life and sports activities. At Simon Med, we treat you just like all of our elite athletes, with state-of-the-art equipment, precise interpretation, and compassion.
Football. We love the plays. We love the hits, but not the pain. Some people use ice, but others use Pima Pain Center.
Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
Have another look at the touchdown pass. Malik Mitchell delivering and keeping Tucson right in this game. So you call that old school arena football?
Yeah, back corner throw off your back foot. Let your guy go up and get it, baby. We're in a ball game right here. Get a stop. You know, it's.
So how's Billy back when it comes to this part of the game right here, where you might start thinking, are they going to try an onside anytime soon? Is he a risk taker?
Yeah, he definitely is a risk taker. He wants to get after it. You know, the way his defense has been playing is, and there he is again, Lyons with a great tackle.
Ahmad Lyons reaching out, getting a piece of Joel Miles' sneaker right there.
Yeah, I just love his energy, the way he plays, even on special teams. He's coming down full speed.
I mean, he was at the tip of the spear, but there was nobody else teammate-wise that was anywhere near that. How did he get through that front and beat his guys down so quickly?
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, Tucson number 9. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed from the end of the play. It'll be first down, Arizona. That is number 9's first unsportsmanlike foul of the game.
Well, I mean, how many times today has Tucson hurt themselves with penalties?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's kind of been a thing that they've been having to deal with the last couple of games.
So the Rattlers going to try it again to go in front by a couple of scores. Shannon Brooks will have it. And Shannon Brooks has about 5 on the play, just into Sugar Skull's territory. Garrett Kettle, the quarterback. He's gone the distance today for the Rattlers.
Yep.
And not even he really knew he was going to play quarterback or start this game, play as much of the game as he has till right close to game time. And we get another flag down.
False start, offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty.
You can see Coach Guy is not upset, or is very upset right there.
Yeah, that erases that yardage gained on the running play a moment ago. So now second down and 10 for Garrett Kittle and the Rattlers offense. Listen, man, you got to feel a little bit for. I mean, Coach Kevin Guy doesn't want your sympathy, okay? But you got to feel a little bit for the struggles and the frustrations of this season. He's never really had a season like this one with the injuries, and yet somehow they've been able to manage to get on a 2-game winning streak. But the big thing is that, you know, they made a big deal about moving on from Drew Powell and now signing Dalton Sneed, who played on that championship team for Bay Area last year and played so well for the team. And why wouldn't you want, if you're going to lose Drew Powell, why wouldn't you want Dalton Sneed or a guy like that to take over your team, right?
Yeah, he's a proven winner. You know, the way he was able to come in the Bay Area, kind of new into the indoor football game and find a way to get a championship is very impressive. He's also a local kid here from Arizona.
Correct.
So, that's a big deal. And
but then how frustrating for not just Kevin Guy, for Rattler Nation, for that team and their fans. How frustrating that this guy has only played a game and a half this entire season.
Yeah, it's extremely frustrating. I'm sure it's extremely frustrating for him. I know he's a competitor, so
and a guy that's really got to figure out a way to stay healthy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the bottom line.
Yep.
Catch made by Glenn Gibbons, and that'll be enough for the first down. Gain in the vicinity of 7, maybe 8 yards on the play. New line of scrimmage, the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Coach Guy used to have it saying when I was a player with him, you can't make the club if you're always in the tub, right?
I like the saying. Was that an actual Kevin Guyism? Did he?
Oh yeah,
you think he coined that one?
I got a lot of good speeches I had to write down. I should remember. Good stuff.
Well, Kevin Guy is the second all-time winningest indoor IFL/AFL head coach in history. Curtis Riggs, the guy at the top of that list, but Coach Riggs retired last season, final season with Sioux Falls. And he's moved on, and now he's coaching in the collegiate game, and we wish him the best. What a great guy! Love Coach Riggs, but Coach Guy is going to get that. He's going to get that mark sometime soon.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know Coach Guy. I know the wins are important, but I know the competitor he is. He wants to get that championship like he's used to, and he's going to keep fighting until he gets it.
Garrett Kettle, they give to Shannon Brooks, and Brooks is tumbled down at the 3-yard line, just a 2-yard gain on that play. Well, that was a weird kind of mesh point thing right there.
Yeah, it's something that is new to me. It's the first time I've seen it this year. They're running an outside zone with the motion, and so, I mean, Brooks is already hard to bring down, and then you give him 10 yards to run downhill and then get to the outside edge on that outside stretch play. It's a really nice play. And
it's just the way that he gave it. Maybe we look at that again. Maybe they'll run it again at some point. I just felt like it was weird. The running back didn't go in the in the normal lane, I guess I would say, with respect to the quarterback. And look at that defensive play. And did the defensive player get hurt on the play? Nope, he didn't. That was Parks who made another great play today for him and his team. Jalen Parks has been all over the place today.
Yeah, he has. He's been doing a good job on that front side end and getting his hands up, getting in the passing lanes, and then getting to the football when it's a run game.
Well, Billy Back, the head coach of Tucson, has had his frustrations today. His team hangs in there. They're hanging in still. They're well within striking distance with now 5 minutes remaining in regulation. But he'd like to get a few other guys step up like Jalen has played today. Here's your quarterback, and Garrett Kettle can't find much room to run on second down. Kettle to about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, great job by Parks running that down from the backside defensive end spot.
Jalen again?
Yep.
Let's watch Jalen. Yeah, that's Jalen. I mean, he was left uncovered right there, right? And he took advantage.
Good hustle play right there. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 4 on the goal line.
Tucson with a big opportunity. Can they deny the Rattlers? Kettle will line him up. And fire to the right side, had a man wide open, Jamal Miles. That was a great play call by Kevin Guy and the Rattlers offense, but that one skips in. They're going to say touchdown. I thought it skipped in.
Yeah.
The official will tell us that it's a touchdown.
The ruling on the field is that the runner stretched the ball out before he was down. The ruling is a touchdown.
That's a nice throw by Coach Back.
Really was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the ball touched the ground on this one. But I am 0 for 1.
Well, I mean, the first look at it from distance, it certainly looked like that thing skipped in.
Tucson is challenging the previous play that there was a false start at the beginning of the play. That play is under further review.
Wow. So the false start is the actual review. They didn't necessarily think that Jamal missed the football. What an effort by Jamal Miles right there. That was a fantastic effort, and there's a chance it did touch the carpet in the midst of all that.
In between.
Just for a split second, a fraction of a second. So the officials are going to take a look now.
Yeah, he had control of it.
Okay, they're looking at
the receiver.
Well, the right guard kind of comes a little bit out of his stance early. Certainly the receiver is down past the line of scrimmage by quite a bit at the snap. So we're looking, I think, at the guard, but the officials So what'd you see there?
Yeah, it looks
Coach?
like the receiver, number 14, Gibbons, is offsides. Got it. That's on the quarterback. He's got to time up that motion.
Well, listen, let me play devil's advocate. Of course, the audience is the Tucson audience. It's the Tucson broadcast, okay? But I'm going to play devil's advocate and say that that's one of the great catches you'll see all season long in the IFL if it stands as a catch. And Jamal Miles is going to be robbed of an opportunity for a highlight that's going to get shown a lot across the season. What did you see, Coach?
Well, you can see the receiver's foot is on the 3-yard line, and the ball still hasn't left the center's hand.
So you think it's the receiver, not the right guard?
Yeah, that's what I think.
That they're going to get for that?
As you can see, the ball's on the 4-yard line.
If they indeed do call somebody. So now they're taking another look. They're looking at the same thing we are, okay? Yeah. The officials are looking at the exact same replay. So they asked again for the wide look. They looked at this wide look a couple of times. Then they went back and they looked at the tighter look. Boy, Jamal Miles did a great job there. That was a special effort. Now the officials are watching the end of it. They want to go back in tight again. Well, when you go full speed, it's really hard to tell.
I don't see any guard or center.
Now the
moving.
officials are looking at themselves. Because we got to get that.
Long one,
we got to show that look once in a while. That's okay. Now they're looking at the touchdown, I think. Did he catch it? Did he hold on to it? Although I don't think they would review that if they weren't asked to review it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey, listen, this is the fun here, okay? And the officials, they've got the exact same look that our viewers at home are looking at to make their decision.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands as called. Touchdown, Arizona. Tucson will be charged a timeout and has one challenge remaining in the game.
And they're going to spend it right now. They're going to take that challenge, and now they're going to challenge the catch, I think. So they challenged that there was a false start, and the official says no.
Yeah, looks like Coach Bag is talking about the motion man.
So how far downfield can you technically get? Because they give you some grace, but I don't know that they call it grace in the rule book.
Well, I think it's more of the if you're a good quarterback
Tucson
that can snap it correctly.
Challenging that the motion receiver was offsides at the snap. That play is under further review.
Yeah, they're going to get him offsides. But to your question, right?
But don't you think the officials were looking at that already?
Yeah.
So maybe they just have to go through the formality of looking at that again, because they had to have already seen that and addressed it when they were looking at the entire picture and the various angles that we gave them. So
yeah, that's what I thought that they were looking at the whole time, right? I mean, you can see the receiver, number 14, Gibbons Jr. is on the 3-yard line before the ball is snapped.
Line of scrimmage is the 4-yard line. So the other thing you talk about and you think about is the commodity of the timeouts that they stand to lose if they lose another challenge, right? So they already lost one timeout. Will they lose another one right here? Boy, that is, I mean, he's past the 3-yard line. He's really at the 2-yard line, I think, Nick. So he's about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, he's got to time that up. And if you time it up correctly, it's almost going to look like he's a yard offsides.
The other thing is it's obviously a reviewable call. So some of these potential penalties, you can't review them.
Yeah.
Coach Back is taking the long walk back to his sideline, having made his argument.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The receiver was not more than 1 yard beyond the line of scrimmage, which is allowed in the Indoor Football League by rule. Tucson will be charged another timeout and has no challenge remaining in the game.
Well,
so, hey, listen, you be the judge. You be the judge at home.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. He was 2 yards.
I think that, all I can do is suggest that it can be difficult sometimes in the heat of the moment to make that call. There's a lot of pressure and little time.
Timeout on the field.
So with 3:08 remaining in the game, the point after, again, good by the Rattlers. They get points on the board. They lead 38-25. More fourth quarter action straight ahead. This is Tucson Sugar Skulls football.
Hey, you. We've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son. We're here. You're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low price is your priority.
Football. We love the plays. We love the hits, but not the pain. Some people use ice, but others use Pima Pain Center.
In a world where trucks are the ultimate tool, one dealership rises above the rest.
You've all earned the right to be here at Top Truck. Now let's go out and save Southern Arizona thousands.
Yeah! More than a great price isn't just something we say. It's something we give people every day.
People need trucks, and we're gonna help.
During truck season, get 0% or up to $6,000 off 2022 Silverados.
Chevrolet.
Hey, we're back to it, everybody, and you get another look at it. So a couple of challenges by Billy Back. What was never challenged was whether or not this ball touched the turf right there. One way or the other, that was an extraordinary effort by Jamal Miles of the Arizona Rattlers. It's going to stand as a touchdown. Right now, by the way, Billy Back is showing video to the officials. Don't know if that's team video or if that's our video. I can't tell you. I'm not sure what he's looking at, but he's having a very heartfelt discussion with the referee.
Yeah, that's a tough one. In my opinion, I thought I've seen a lot of arena football and time that receiving motion, and he was 2 yards to me. But at the end of the day, you got to move on. You got 3 minutes left. You got one timeout. Got to compete right here. Finish the game strong.
3 minutes and 8 seconds. It's within reach for the Sugar Skulls. They're starting to get into that territory where, a turnover, a takeaway becomes important, a defensive stop. And on the other hand, when the Rattlers do get the ball back, and they will get the ball back probably multiple times before this thing is all done, can the Rattlers churn off some of that clock? And now the timeout situation is that the Rattlers have 3, but Tucson is down to 1 timeout remaining for the balance of the game. And look at Sap Lynch take it out toward midfield, and he felt it. A little frustrated there because he knew he was just that one tackle away from something big.
Yeah. When he's got the opportunity with the football in his hand, he's electric. He's been making plays.
(38-25), the Arizona Rattlers. Thank you for joining us here in Tucson. And for those of you regular Rattler, or rather Tucson Sugar Skulls fans, the voice of the Rattlers, the voice of the Sugar Skulls, I think I'm the voice of the Rattlers if I'm not mistaken. Voice of the Sugar Skulls, that's Pat Paris. Pat is out of state, celebrating with his son as you watch this pass go off the hands of Mike Kerrigan. Incomplete, but Pat Paris will be back next week.
Yeah, when you're throwing corner routes in the rounded end zones, you've really got to do a good job of getting the ball to him sooner because you're running out of real estate. And as we can see right there, Kerrigan was wide open, but we just ran out of room.
Big thank you to O'Reilly Chevrolet. They are the game day presenting sponsors of Tucson Sugar Skulls football. And the Skulls are going to line it up. 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass in the end zone. Mitchell down the seam. And that pass is caught. That's a Tucson touchdown. That was a terrific catch by Brian Smith. How the ball found its way over the defender's hand by the defender who was right there, I don't know, but Smith with the concentration and the catch for touchdown.
Yeah, he just did a good job of putting the DB to sleep, right? He had late hands and just threw his hands out last minute, so the DB had no clue the ball was coming.
So
good touch on the ball as well. Good ball.
Putting your football IQ to work right there, huh?
Yeah, that was great play.
And the kick is right through for the point after. There's a little extra contact afterward. No flags on that. Point after will count. Point after will count.
You can see Coach Beck telling them, we don't need no penalties right now. We're in the game. Let's lock in.
Stay right there. If they can get something here in a hurry, make something happen as we approach 1 minute remaining in the end. There's 1:13 right now. Those listening on radio out there, thanks for joining us for our broadcast coverage on Tucson Sports Station, Fox Sports 1450 KTZR. And so the situation is Arizona in front 38-32, leading the Tucson Sugar Skulls. And the Sugar Skulls, after that touchdown pass, will now deliver the ball back to the Rattlers.
Yeah, Mitchell did a better job of getting the ball to his receiver sooner on that one. Good job by him.
Certainly dropped it in a perfect spot, didn't he? Hey, coming up next for the Sugar Skulls, you can catch them next Saturday night, 6:05 kickoff right here at the Tucson Arena, the Boneyard. And they're going to take on the Vegas Nighthawks. How about Vegas? The only remaining undefeated team in the IFL this year, 7-0 right now.
I wouldn't have thought that. You know, I mean, they're coming out and they're playing really good football the first part of this season. Looks like the Rattlers are ready for their onside. They have a 5-2.
And there's the effort. The ball goes up in the air, and Devontae Merriweather is there to save the day or at least save the moment for the Rattlers.
Oh, man, it looked like that football was up in the air for a long time.
That's a good effort. Yeah. Good effort by the kicking team.
Man, almost.
And, boy, that might have been touched anyway a little bit early.
Yeah.
It's possible that was touched about a half a yard early by Tucson. I'd have to see the looks again on that. So if Tucson had recovered, upon further review, the Rattlers might challenge that one way or the other. Doesn't matter. We've got the final seconds ticking off here before the 1 minute warning, and so you'll hear the announcement from our referee.
This is the 1 minute warning. Timeout on the field.
And that cues a timeout in our broadcast as well. 38-32, Arizona leading Tucson in this one. That's going to go right down to the wire. Final minute coming up. Tucson Sugar Skulls football continues after this.
Football. We love the plays. We love the hits, but not the pain. Some people use ice, but others use Pima Pain Center.
I'm Dr. Pamela Lund, Director of Sports and Orthopedic Imaging at Simon Med Imaging. I've been reading sports MRI studies for patients and athletes at all levels for over 20 years. When you're injured, an accurate diagnosis can mean the difference between chronic pain or pain-free enjoyment of your life and sports activities. At Simon Med, we treat you just like all of our elite athletes, with state-of-the-art equipment, precise interpretation, and compassion.
Hey you, we've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son. We're here, you're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low price is your priority.
Tonight, the IFL's top two offenses face off in the I-10 tussle. The 3-3 Sugar Skulls hosting the 6-0 Arizona Rattlers. Be nice if the Sugar Skulls could win one and really make it a rivalry. shake and bake. Steps over one tackler, cuts to the right, and he's off to the races. One man to beat, touchdown!
Hey, back to it, everybody. Welcome back in for the final 1 minute of regulation of this big matchup, the I-10 tussle. As they would say, I don't know how to give the right inflection on that.
Battle of the I-10, baby.
The I-10 tussle. And there's Kevin Guy, head coach of this Arizona Rattlers team. Opposing him, Billy Back.
That D-line has got to play on the other side of the ball right here.
We'll see what they can get done. Garrett Kettle will hand off. Shannon Brooks, who is just looking to try and chew up some clock. He goes down right at the 10-yard line. Careful to stay inside the boundary and keep the clock moving.
Their third and final
and forcing Coach Back to spend that last timeout.
Yeah, and that's something that when I was playing with the Rattlers, we practiced situational football at the end of every practice, whether that's running the clock out or, trying to go score to win the game.
Well, it's going to be hard to tell, by the way, as you're taking a look at that onside attempt just a few moments ago. Hard to tell from the angles that we have whether or not that ball was touched by Tucson before it went 10 yards. It's moot because Devontae Merriweather was the guy, and he made the play. And that puts us in this situation now. So look at the clock and make a determination. No more timeouts left for Tucson. 25-second play clock. I believe then there's no chance other than a fumble. And I don't think, you're going into victory formation, I think, right here. Yeah, you are. Take a knee, let it run it all the way down, and then snap it one more time. And that's all you have to do. It's actually 35-second play clock, so. Any comment there on that last little?
It's tough. I know how hard these guys work. I know how hard these coaches put the work in.
No question.
And be this close and to leave some plays on the field, I know it's got to be frustrating.
And that's it. That was the last snap that was necessary. The last one necessary, and a victory for the Arizona Rattlers as they tick the final 4 seconds off the clock here at Tucson Arena. Well, 2,600 fans came out today to Tucson to catch this one. We're going to get a chance to talk to Billy Back, the head coach, in just a moment of the Sugar Skulls team. It's been tough. I mean, a 4-game skid now, the 4th loss in a row, 1-5 overall record for Tucson at the end of this one. It puts their playoff hopes in some pretty serious jeopardy right now.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I don't think there needs to be a panic button being pushed. I think every game they've been within a point or a possession of trying to go win it.
Game right there. It cost them 2 timeouts. Of course, they didn't win either one of those challenges. and that was a critical moment when this Sugar Skulls team had the game still within reach, and we're making the effort at it. And Coach Back is mic'd up, and he's got his IFB. Coach Back, tough loss for you and your team here tonight. And the first thing I would take you to is ask you about the challenges there toward the end of the game, and obviously frustrating for you and the team, and what you thought you saw out there.
I guess I don't know the rules. I don't know what to say. 2 guys were offsides. I don't know how we missed it, but I guess I don't know the rules. So I can't comment on that. I'm sure I'll get in trouble with the league if I say something else.
Well, Coach, I'll keep you steered away from any further on that, but how about the team? And I know it's tough. I'm not going to ask you about moral victories because there aren't any, though you played against a good team, played tough, stayed in the game, were in the game down to the wire. 2 timeouts at the end would have helped you a lot, right? But are there takeaways from this one? Are there bright spots that you looked at that you could say, if we can do this and do more of that, we'll be okay?
Yeah, I mean, I could have used those timeouts for sure. You can go back and look at that replay and tell me if you didn't see 2 guys. One was offsides and one maybe flinched before the ball. So you let me know what you saw. And then you tell me if you'd have challenged it too.
I got
but
you
at
on
the
that,
same
Coach.
time, yeah, this is there's no moral victories, but at the same time, we're rusty on offense. Malik's first game back. We'll get better,
Your defense had a couple of bright points. Let me ask you about Jalen Parks and what the work that he did for you tonight, and his teammate Ahmed Lyons, who is a missile out there on defense and always brings pain wherever he goes. A couple of guys that stepped up for you tonight.
I'm super proud of our defense. I mean, the Rattlers, 38 points. Our guys get after it. They did a great job. They had a great week of practice. Getting them out here has changed the attitude of the defense. The guys we got on the defensive line as well. Jalen Parks is one of the smartest guys I've been around. So, I think we'll just get better on the defensive side. We got to get better offensively to match it. So but yeah, that defense was impressive tonight.
I'm going to ask you one final question, and that is a bright spot on offense. I know the offense wasn't clicking the way you wanted it tonight, but we saw some real sparks of brilliance in the play calling. I thought maybe that tips a hat toward you, Coach, and what you did. You made some really interesting play calls that got you out of some holes. Mitchell had opportunities. He underthrew a couple of times, and you created opportunities for him that could have cashed in big for you. But there are some bright spots, right? I mean, there are some things you can build on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, we're a good team. We're just not getting the bounces. We're not making the plays that are to our way. I mean, early in the first quarter, Jalen Parks gets a ball thrown his belly button. A lot of guys catch that. I mean, he made a great play on the ball to bat it down, but to get that catch, like I said, we've got the tools that we need to be successful. We just aren't making the plays when it's called our way.
Well, Coach, the challenge doesn't get any easier next week. You've got the undefeated Vegas Nighthawks coming to town a week from tonight. We want to wish you the best of luck. Have a great week, and a win over the Nighthawks would certainly go a long way toward turning things around for you.
It's a must-win game, so we got to prepare and give our best, put our best foot forward. I mean, there's no turning back at this point. It's got to be a must-win game, so our guys got to bring it.
All right, Coach. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
You bet. So there's Billy Back, the head coach. Tough spot, tough moment for him. We're going to grab a timeout. We'll be back to give our final thoughts on this one and wrap it up from the Boneyard, everybody. A victory for the Arizona Rattlers over Tucson 38-32. We'll wrap it up right after these words.
I'm Dr. Pamela Lund, Director of Sports and Orthopedic Imaging at Simon Med Imaging. I've been reading sports MRI studies for patients and athletes at all levels for over 20 years. When you're injured, an accurate diagnosis can mean the difference between chronic pain or pain-free enjoyment of your life and sports activities. At Simon Med, we treat you just like all of our elite athletes, with state-of-the-art equipment, precise interpretation, and compassion.
Football. We love the plays. We love the hits, but not the pain. Some people use ice, but others use Pima Pain Center.
Hey you, we've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son. We're here, you're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low price is your priority.
In a world where trucks are the ultimate tool, one dealership rises above the rest.
You've all earned the right to be here at Top Truck. Now let's go out and save Southern Arizona thousands.
This month, you're invited to experience an event 99 years in the making.
More than a great price isn't just something we say. It's something we give people every day.
From the dealer that brought you Truck Month comes an all-new saga.
People need trucks. And we're gonna help.
Critics call it mesmerizing and slightly overproduced for a local car commercial.
Talk to me, truck man.
You did it again. You dropped below the price deck. You're dangerous.
If savings are wrong, I don't want to be right.
Introducing Truck Season, now playing at O'Reilly Chevrolet.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
Final score again on this one tonight from Tucson. Well, it's a victory for the Arizona Rattlers. 38-32, they have taken down the Sugar Skulls. We bring you back into our final wrap-up here from the Boneyard, everybody. Floyd Simmons and my broadcast partner, Nick Davila. Well, Nick, you know, when we take a look at the statistics, it does favor the Rattlers in most categories. Overall, total yardage, Rattlers with 245 yards. Tucson managed 169. Neither team threw the ball exceptionally well tonight. Garrett Kettle managed the offense reasonably well for the Rattlers. Pedestrian numbers, 11 of 20, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns. One number that stands out to me, a number that may be the Sugar Skulls' best one to look at, individual numbers. Brian Smith, 3 catches, 56 yards, and 2 of those were touchdowns. And those touchdown passes were pretty nice throws by Malik Mitchell. And in his comeback game from injury, you know, you couldn't expect him to be as sharp as possible, but, you know, there were some moments. There were some moments for him and the team. Unfortunately, you don't need moments, you need victories, and right now the 4th loss in a row is going to sting for this Sugar Skulls team.
Yeah, absolutely, especially when it's against one of your rivals, the Rattlers. And so, but yes, he did have some good spots where he was making good throws. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's about production, and I know I know the competitor he is. He's going to get out there and compete at practice and get better, get those reps, get on the same page with Smith. Smith looked great in the red zone, big body. As a quarterback in this league, when you have big receivers in the end zone, especially when the end zones are rounded, it's a lot easier to throw those jump balls and then give them opportunities. So I can see them building their relationship.
So in the game and in the battle of turnovers, the Rattlers turned it over once. They fumbled it, lost that fumble. Tucson fumbled 3 times, lost 2 of those fumbles. But doesn't it feel, you walk away from the game feeling like Tucson turned it over a lot more than that? I don't know what it is. Maybe they just felt snake bit tonight. Yeah, that's a good one, right?
Yeah.
And it was that. It was the fact that the turnover margin seemed even greater than it was, along with the fact that they lose the 2 challenges that really hurt them, and they fumbled that. One of the fumbles was in the end zone. All the fumbles were at big times in big moments in this game, made differences. It just felt like it was more slanted.
Yeah, you know, it was just kind of a little sloppy at times, but at the end of the day, that can happen, you know. Playing a lot of football games, you got to come up with a victory at the end of the day. You got to find ways to win, and whether that's not turning the ball over, whether that's taking the proper decision making at the quarterback, getting it to the receiver early. You know, there's some things that they got to get better at. But like Coach said, they're a very talented team. So I don't. Like I said, there's no need to hit any panic buttons. They just got to correct those small things, right?
Yeah, but how do you like the idea that they have to play the undefeated Vegas Nighthawks next week. What a tough challenge.
Hey, it is what it is, man. You know, we're not going to complain, not going to cry about anything. We're going to go out there and compete.
Just got to keep on competing. Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, folks, it's been a great night here in Tucson. Unfortunately, not great enough when it comes to getting a victory. The victory escapes this Tucson Sugar Skulls team. You can see right there that coming up next week, they're home again, and Pat Paris will be back and take over the duties here on the play-by-play call. Can't wait for Pat's return. It will be the Vegas Nighthawks coming into town next Saturday night, 6:05. Be here at the Tucson Arena. I want to thank our entire production team. Sugar Skulls Football is a production of the Simmons Media Group. Producer and technical director is Derek Simmons. Our sound designer, Big Sean Ulvestad. Technical assistance provided tonight by Max Vocone. Camera operators, Paul Durant, Josh Williams, Chris Drake. And your executive producer is also me, a guy that got to call the play-by-play tonight for Pat Paris, Lloyd Simmons. For my broadcast partner, Nick Davila, and our entire outstanding production crew, I want to say thanks for joining us. Wish you a great night. God bless you. See you next Saturday for more Tucson Sugar Skulls football. Good night from the arena.